Yes, people. What's going on? Welcome back to the channel, man. Welcome back to Saeed TV. We are live. MUFC Unfiltered podcast Sunday night. Obviously, post-game, post-draw. And yeah, man, post the weekend, man. After a busy weekend. Few failed hate watches, but it is what it is. We got the brothers in the building. We got man like Ash, man. Ash, how are you, man? All good?
Yeah, all good. Rona was kicking me ass last week, but now back and fighting fit now. So yeah, all good myself. Heard you had the same, man. So yeah, it's plodding along. You know what it is. Just getting on, trying to survive this Amorim era.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Big up to you, man, Ash. We got man like Double A in the building. Double A, man. How you feeling, bro? No do-rag today. Is it off? What's going on?
Well, we didn't win, but also I felt like wearing a do-rag was putting too much pressure on the team, so I didn't want to carry on. What a load of bollocks.
I know.
Brother. We didn't win, and it was going to be, I wore it as long as we won, so obviously we didn't win. But
yeah,
we didn't lose at the same time. But other than that, everything's good over here, bro. Good to be with the brothers, isn't it? As always, in the best chat.
Come on.
On do-rag off Gavardio one. There's no need for that, Imran.
That's funny.
No need for that.
Big up to you, bro. Big up to Double A every time. And we got my like Flawless in the building, man. Sarcasm City TV. What you saying, bro?
I'm blessed, man. I'm all good. Like Double A said, always good to be back here despite the result as well. Just want to say as well, Ash, your merch game is on point because that jacket with the bucket hat, black. You know what I'm saying? Just want to say,
I appreciate it.
Brother, he is a walking advert for the club shop, bro. That's what it is.
For Glazers, I mean, man, I swear.
It's like he gets dragged.
I can't help it.
What that?
He covered himself in glue and dragged through the club shop backwards. That's what he does.
Trust me, listen, the only thing I enjoy about you, sorry, Flo, the only thing I enjoy about United is like the memories it gives me, do you know what I mean? So I buy some nice gear and I try to remember the good days. That's what I'm doing, do you know what I mean? So
I give you a blind, you know why? Because it looks fly. You know what I'm saying? That's why. If you look terrible, I'd be like, yeah, don't do that. But yeah, it looks
I didn't design it, so do you know what I mean? What can I say?
Well, yeah, man, Saeed, blessed for having me. Yeah, man, man's all good. Big up to the chat as well, man. Big up everyone.
Yeah. Big up to you, bro. Big up to you as always, man. Love for everyone joining. Please hit the like button. That'll be the first thing you should be doing right now. Hit the like button, man. Let's get these likes up. Subscribe to the channel. Yeah, man, listen. Frustrating, man. I'm not gonna lie, I'm more rattled more than like angry, but I'm rattled, man, because I'm like, the more I look at it, yeah, the draw was probably a fair result in the grand scheme of things, because I don't think we did enough to win the game, even though Murillo did what he did again twice now. He's done that twice enough to Man United, where he's cleared the ball off the line. I don't know what it is he's got with us, man. But the more I look at it, man, I'm like, I don't think we're ever in control of the game. I don't think it was a good game for Man United. There was isolated moments that were good, but I feel like ultimately, we let Nottingham Forest kind of like do more of the damage to us, I believe. And we were just kind of waiting for moments. That's how I felt anyway. We're waiting for moments to kind of really happen. We hit the post, don't get me wrong. There was a few chances here and there that we had. But the second half, I thought for me was very, very poor. The start of the second half, we just switched off. That you got to blame on the players, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, that's not really tactical, is it? It's players not doing what they're supposed to do and jumping in the air and defending what they need to defend. But yeah, man, slightly rattled. I think for me, yeah, you can't win every game. Yeah, you know what I mean? We have been on a roll and 3 games and whatnot. But I just felt like maybe that was a bit of a missed opportunity. You get me? And maybe we're looking at it from that point of view of we've won all these games, so it's not bad draw. You know what I mean? And obviously, if we beat Tottenham, the draw don't look as bad. But yeah, man, Ash, what are you saying, bro? How did you sum up that game? And are you like disappointed? Are you like, you know what, man? Points not a bad result. Forest could be worse.
No, I'm disappointed. I'm frustrated. I'm just frustrated with the whole team. Do you know what I mean? I'm okay with the players. The players don't bother me too much. I mean, Casemiro's, on his last legs, doing as much as he can, and he's putting in good performance after good performance. I mean, Bruno's being played out of position, so what can he do? You've got Delo continuing to start over Dorgu, over everyone, and Delo's just, he's not good enough. He's clearly not good enough. I don't know if you've seen the article that came out last week from French Football, I think it was, that Delo's actually related to Amorim. Going back, there's lots of lineage going back there. Yeah. So, a bit of obrigado tax there and all that. Do you know what I mean? So, but I'm frustrated. I watch this team and it doesn't look like I'm watching a United that I want to get behind, and it's frustrating because I look at the back five and it's depressing. Do you know what I mean? And you look at what we're creating. We're not even creating these moments in that game. Like you said there, we hit the post and, we had few opportunities, and it's all individual FC again. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at Sells. How many saves did Sells? I always look at a game, how well you play as your goalkeeper. What's the goalkeeper? What did the goalkeeper have to do that game? I don't remember Sells having to make many saves. Do you know what I mean? I don't remember him having to do anything. And I'm just watching there frustrated, just thinking, I'm not enjoying the football that we're playing. We hounded Ollie out because he was playing defensive counter-attack football. That was more exciting than what we're witnessing here under Amorim. You look at the last couple of results and, you got fans, jumping over the moon saying how great we are and we're back and all that. For me, it's just, I'm looking at it and we limped over the line playing long ball football against Liverpool. We limped over the line against Brighton. I'm frustrated. I'm frustrated that Wolves have sat their manager, Vitor Pereira, and he's got a better win. He's got a better win percentage than us. Like where are we at as a football club? We've spent 250 million. I'm watching that, and it felt inevitable. The moment Nottingham would get back into the game, then that'd be it for us. We would not go and win that game. That's what it felt like for me. I watch United games now, and I don't find any kind of joy. I've got to be honest. It's frustrating. I'm constantly waiting and waiting for something to change, something to turn around, because I'm not seeing anything with this manager. I'm not seeing anything with a forward three. I'm not seeing any kind of linkage. Everything. You look at Delo again, like I said there, playing as a left wing back. Is he the answer? Is that the solution going forward? Ahmad looks decent at the right. You've got Mbeumo's looking so there's a little bit of partnership there developing, but then. For me, again, the system kills me. I go into games and I'm watching it. I'm so frustrated. I can't get excited about it. I don't know many fans that go into a United game hopeful and hyped that we're going to go and play well. Okay, yeah, we might get a win, but it's more than that. I want to see us actually perform. I
think we played well against Brighton, bro. I think you're saying you're going a bit too deep. I think Brighton's our best performance. For 70 minutes, we was on it, and there was linking of the play between the front three. Front three were actually very dangerous in the Brighton game. So today there's nothing at all. I agree with what you said about Liverpool, because it's a tactic none of us expected to see. And for me, playing long balls isn't something. It's not sustainable, and it's not something we can continue to do. If he's going to do that against the big clubs, that's fair enough. But against the smaller teams, yes, we should be imposing ourselves. But I always felt
Brighton controlled a lot of that game, though. Brighton controlled a lot of that game. They had more possession, and they controlled a lot of that game.
But possession with what? They didn't do anything with the ball. This is the thing. But when we were going forward,
I mean, we're playing what? We're playing five back at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? And we're looking to break and we're looking to cut. Like, we're going backwards
again.
What
I'm saying is, I agree with what you're saying, and I'm not. By no means am I. By what I'm saying, I am not backing the manager, because I'm with you. I agree. It's not something I want to watch. It's negative football. Wanting to capitalise off second balls for me is negative football, and it shouldn't be something. We slagged Ten Hag off for his football because it was garbage, and it wasn't Man United. But again, what is Man United? We want attack.
What it feels like
to be one of the best possession teams in the league. That's what you want. That's what you want to be. You want to go and impose yourself in every single game. But I think we have to have a hint of realism that we're so far away from the top teams in this league, mate. And that's not due to the manager. That's due to the players we've got. The players are just not good enough, and no matter who comes in, they will always fail us. And yes, we might be a little bit better. Yes, they might get a bit more out of them, But at the end of it, I think the nucleus of the squad, the midfield is one of the worst midfields in the league. Let's not kid ourselves. It's absolutely garbage. The attack.
Why though? Why is it? Because the manager's playing a two in the midfield by themselves.
No, I just think it's the players. Agate, Casemiro, Kobe Mainoo, and Bruno. For me, mate, is not one of the best midfields in the league. It doesn't matter who you play there.
It's not
terrible.
It's not one of the best, but it should be better.
It's one of the worst.
Because I was having this discussion just yesterday. When you look at midfields around the league, there ain't that many great midfields in the league. Take out the top teams. Take out your City. Liverpool, we've heard them complain about it. Arsenal, you could argue. You got City, you got Arsenal, you got Chelsea, or probably a quarter above. That's it. Yeah, I'll change it. My blessing.
Yeah, no worries.
Keeps doing this. See what I'm saying? It's looking to the camera mic. But yeah, like Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Newcastle, Villa. That's it. It's those 5.
But
that's only 5 of 20.
But
against City. Yeah,
let's not kid ourselves.
Look at the cohesion that they have. Their midfield on paper is not better than us.
Whose?
Bournemouth. Tyler Adams, Scott, Tavernier. No,
I like Scott. I like that Scott guy. I like that Scott. I can't lie.
No. But what? No.
It's not. There's no way. Ash, back me up here. There's no way. Am I tripping? There's no way that midfield is
player for player. You're right. But like if you individualize each player, you're right. But as a cohesive midfield unit, they're not as good.
That's my point. That's where the manager comes in. Because I think if you give a better manager that midfield, is it the best of the best? No, I agree with you in terms of it. But get more out of it. Gravenberch, when Slot, even though Slot's performing like a complete idiot, when he went into that side, no one looked at Gravenberch, McAllister, and Szoboszlai and said, that's a title-winning midfield. He got it functioning. All right, it's fell apart now, but he got it functioning for it. Nobody looked at that trio and said, that can win the league. Nobody. That was deemed a weakness. He got it working. And I'm not saying our midfield can go and win the league. I'm just saying, where to my guy Eddie says this all the time, control the controllables. Get the best out of it. Is he getting the best out of our midfield options? No. Even if you think our midfield options are a 6 out of 10.
He's just not even playing them. But he's not even playing the right options. That's the problem. He's not even about getting the best out of them. He's not picking. For a lot of fans, he's not picking his strongest midfield, is he? And that's the problem. He's not even picking his strongest 11 more time. We'll speak on Dolo because
we'll get to Dolo, don't worry.
Bear in mind, I actually think the two midfielders did all right. Did all right.
Yeah, they did all right. I don't think they played poorly.
They were the issue against Forest, but we'll get to that.
Our game plan's just giving Burmo or Cunha the ball and hope they do something. That's
I agree.
There's nothing else. What else is there? There's no runs from the midfield. There's no runs for the wing, from the wide players. Luke Shaw makes no runs from the centre back position. Neither's Yoro. Do you know what I mean? It's just give the ball to Cunha and Burmo and hope they somehow do something with it.
But that was the same with Ten Hag. It was give it to Rashford, give it to Bruno, and hope. So we're no better off, are we? Let's be honest with ourselves. It's the same old. And I agree what you said. I agree with everything you're saying, Ash. The manager for me, and it will continue to be that way, is not good enough. And last week you were here, and us three were getting slagged off because and Adam was getting slagged off because we weren't jumping on the hype train. Someone said to us, "Are you ready to take the L?" That you're wrong about the manager. Because we'd won 3. I said, right, but what happens if we lose the next 5? We're back where we are. And I knew not a performance like that, because at the end of the day, they showed some fight and got back in the game. Yeah. But we wasn't going to continue to win every game. We weren't going to do 5. And this is the problem, because the only thing I agree with in terms of the United Strand thing being a bit of and it's not on the players, but on the fan base. It's a negative on the fan base, because now all we think about is that we're going to win. We have to win every game. So as soon as we got 3, we're constantly thinking 5 in a row, 5 in a row, 5 in a row. And that's not.
But that's where our standards should be at, though. That's where we should be at as our standards. Do you know what I mean?
The standards should be, but the team level isn't for me. We're just not capable of winning 5 in a row, because I don't think the team perform to a level where they can do that. And I don't think we'll win. I don't think we'll win on Saturday. I don't think we'll beat Spurs, because I just think.
Now we must beat Spurs. We must.
We're just not good enough.
Yeah, they're awful. But you know what it is, though? I think the problem with the system, right, or the formation or whatever, like, we don't play through our midfield. So even though I think they didn't play that badly, I don't think they played badly, but we did get exposed a few times because our midfield is a bit open. I think Hudson-Odoi, I think Norda was making out like, Hudson-Odoi was getting through our lines. You feel me? He was drifting from the left inside. I just think for me, like in terms of creativity, like, when Bruno made that ball, even though I don't think it was a great ball, see that ball when he made, nobody was in the box. It was a ball, the cross that he made in, and obviously you need either Cunha or the left back coming inside and basically, and they're nowhere to be seen because there isn't this idea that you have to flood the box, so you need everyone in the box attacking, but you can't get that with the way you're going to play. Because Cunha wants the ball to feet, so when people know that Cunha, you need the ball to feet.
Yeah, that's more on Sesko because Cunha and Bremo ain't really like box crashes like that. Yeah, would you like
one attack in the box? One.
Yeah, that's where the issue lies. So yeah, they need to add that and get a little bit more forward. But I don't think, like I say, the midfield, I think people are very overly critical. Like they're in a football match, you're playing against top players in the Premier League. Your midfield, people are gonna get in behind your midfield. Yeah, whoever you think the best team is in the league or best teams in Europe, it's going to happen. You are going to get hit defensively. Yes, Arsenal are performing at a very high level from a defensive standpoint. But then on the flip side of that, we'll talk about them from open play and how their attack sport. So people want this perfect team and the players never make mistakes. I understand being frustrated about it. But I thought our midfield from an overall standpoint, and I've been super critical of it, did well in the game. I don't look at them.
I do. I agree.
They're at fault. The one time that Hudson-Odoi got in is something that spoke about. Shaw tried to play a long pass. Shaw played a long pass that wasn't on. It got cut out. It got to Hudson-Odoi. He sprinted forward and then he shot and it went just wide past the post. I spoke about this, about shorter passes. Even if you lose the ball, the space is more packed out. You know what I'm saying? There's less space for the opposition to transition and hit you with. We just weren't on it. But yeah, I think people are a little bit overcritical. And you said there about we don't play through our midfield. Good. We don't have the midfielders to play through it. So don't do it.
Yeah,
we don't have the Bruno. That is not Bruno and Casemiro's game. Is receiving the ball on the half turn and playing the ball forward. That I've criticized. I'm glad that we're not trying to play out from the back. Do I like the long ball in particular? No, but it's a needs must. We don't have the play. If a team is pressing us, we don't have the players to play out from the back. Don't do it. We have to that's just what it is until we get players to do so. This is what I'm talking about when I say control the controllables. Utilize what you have. Bruno, Casemiro are not players to be playing through the midfield. They don't receive the ball on the half turn. They're not press resistant. They play the same way. Bruno does it occasionally where we'll drop the shoulder and go. It's not his game. It's not Casemiro's game. So don't do it.
Yeah, but we have that player, don't we, Flawless? We have that player in the squad, do you know what I mean? But the problem is we're not utilising the formation. The manager's a coward, he plays 5 back, do you know what I mean? We're not nobody in the midfield, gaping holes in the midfield. We all see the problem. Do you know what I mean? We all see the issues and we've just got to put up with it. It's madness, it's frustrating.
Sorry to cut you off, that ties back to the manager then when Saeed's got in the title. Amorim must address this problem. He is the main problem. Do I think he's mostly at fault for the Forest draw? No. But did he play his part in that draw? Yes. We know he's an issue. Win, lose, or draw. Sorry, Ash, go on.
Yeah, no, it just feels like he's sabotaging the squad that we've got. I'm okay with this team. I think the team's decent. I think you put it in a 4-3-3 or 4-1-4-1, whatever. I think it looks like a nice enough team to go and win games. I just look at this formation. We sat there at Old Trafford watching a 5 back, and we're Moments FC again, like Double A saying, it feels like Ten Hag football all over again. He can't even affect to change games. Either you look at the Brighton game, you look at the Chelsea game before that, where Casemiro gets the yellow, and maybe you could think bring him off a little bit early, just like Slot did with Kirkez against Burnley, and you're thinking allow the manager to affect the game. He makes substitutions against Brighton and allows them back into the game. He makes no substitutions, or at least no offensive substitutions against Nottingham Forest. He brings off Yoro for Mazraoui and Dorgu on for Dorgu on for Dalot. It doesn't really change much. It's just like for like, and it just doesn't feel like the manager impacts the game at all. Like he offers us nothing from the bench. You know what I mean? And you want manager.
Yeah, so tactically, we're not seeing enough from Amorim in terms of the team. Because you could argue the game, like yesterday, there wasn't really any tactics involved. It was a case of the players have to do a lot of figuring out themselves. And the problem is with that, if Mbumo and Cunha have a quote-unquote bad game, it's one of them where it's difficult to really find, where United's goals are coming from. You know what I mean? Let's be honest.
He said it though. Sorry to cut you off, Double A. He said it in his post-match press conference.
What did he say?
I'm paraphrasing. It was something along the lines of our attacking players. Well, what was it? Our attacking players. Someone will put the quote in, but it was something along the lines of our attacking players weren't playing at their best, but I'm hoping that one of them could do something, even though they're having an off game. He did nothing to impact the game. He could.
He said something. Sorry, bro. He said something stupid along the lines of, Xerxes plays similar to Cunha.
Yeah, I heard.
If you brought him, but Cunha wasn't having a good game then, so fucking bring him on.
Yeah, we've got Mainu Mount and Xerxes there. Mainu Mount and Xerxes can affect the fresh legs bring into the game. Yes. Do you know what I mean? They're going to affect and change something. They're going to try and prove themselves. They want to play for the next game. So they're going to be given a little bit more energy. They're going to give something. It's going to change.
And this is just my issue with him. It's not even this. It's not the formation, Ash. It's not the system. It's just him as a manager. He isn't proactive, and he's stubborn to a fault. Whereas it's one of them where, well, I'll just carry on doing similar to Ten Hag. I carry on doing the same thing, and eventually it's going to come right. Like yesterday, to make only 2 defensive changes, one being an attacking fullback. I'll give you that at the what looks like it on the surface, even though I don't think Dorgu's amazing going forward.
Oh yeah.
When you are watching your front three struggle in a game, and they were struggling, to not switch it up and change things, for me is it's negligent beyond recognition. Like I just don't understand how you bring even if you brought on Agate or and then push Bruno. Why can Bruno not be allowed to push up further up the pitch? When we're struggling to score goals and attack, is he not allowing Bruno to get further up the pitch and say, right, well, I'll bring someone on to anchor and cover you. You go up the pitch and try and create us something. Push Cunha or Mbeumo up to 9 if Sesko's not doing it. You've got Mount there as well. I mean, these options to sit there and say, oh, I didn't do it because the players that I brought on are similar to the ones that are on the pitch. It's bullshit, and I'm seeing people defend him over it. Like, oh no, but he's done his best. You
reckon that was because of last week? Because of the fact that last week we put Xerxes, Mainu, and I think Dog or whoever, because they kind of like ruined the game and it kind of messed up the game.
Here's where that.
But you know why that is though?
Because he put on Dog in the second game. He put on Dog against Forest.
Yeah. But you know,
for the first goal. We're going.
But you know one reason why they come in and he didn't look good? Because the cold, Saeed, they're not playing. He's not giving them any minutes.
Yeah, true.
So when you bring in cold players on, and I say, right, go on. Do you know, some players, again, this is the problem when you've got a 25-man squad, but you're using 14, maybe 15 players max. Like, I don't know. I get it's one game a week, yeah, but a lot of the time, the players that are playing every week aren't doing the job, are they? So the manager has to figure out the best way to do things, because everyone's quick to praise him when he drops Sesko and we get a win. But when we're not playing well and he won't change anything to try and get a win, then they're still backing him, saying, well, he's talking, these players are similar, or these players aren't playing well because you're not giving them minutes to play well. Giving Mainu and Xerxes pity minutes, more time, they're getting pity minutes, last 5 minutes, 10 minutes. That's not good enough, mate. It's just not good enough. And you can't keep like Casemiro finished the game yesterday, right? He was absolutely fine yesterday. Yeah. So he could have done the same against Brighton, to be honest. Yeah, he could have. Do you know what I mean? There was no reason not to. Yeah. We said this last week. So it's going to look like we're negative here, but what we're doing is picking apart everything that's going wrong, because yesterday the win was there. I'm sorry, Forest weren't good.
We're being ambitious. We want wins, man. We want wins.
And that's what annoys me most. Man. Yeah. Even that's like that's the words of Saeed and the words of Saeed and Saeed.
You want to win games, though, innit?
No, of course you want to, and that's where it is to the game. Like Ash mentioned it, I was disappointed with the result, and it's been a first time I can't remember the last time Manchester United have dropped points in a game, and I've been disappointed, even though we weren't at our best. The game was there. 3 bad minutes cost us the game. That's what's got. If we don't have, it's not like Lemens was having to make save after save. It's not like they was carving us apart. But this manager will go as far as the individual players, because, like Double A just mentioned, when these individual players are not on it, your Embremos, your Conyers, Ahmads, Casemiros, Brunos, etc., he does nothing to impact it. So when any of us four could manage that. If Cunha and Bremo, Sesko, Ahmad, Bruno, and Casemiro, De Ligt, Yoro are all on it week in, week out, playing 7, 8 out of 10 or more, any of us four or anyone in the chat can manage that. What happens when they don't? Because they're just not on it, or the opposition is set up to stop them, or we're struggling for whatever reason, or someone's suspended, or injuries, or things like that. Change it tactically, or change it from a personnel perspective, or both. Our attack struggled the entire game as a unit. Yes, you can pinpoint individuals, or he had a good 10 minutes, or he was bright for a half, whatever the case may be. But I'm talking overall. What did Sells have to do? Give it 60 minutes, 65 minutes. I understand that. Now change it. You have Xerxes, you have Mano. Even though I don't rate him, you have Mount. Do something. Or if you're going to leave them out there, switch it tactically. Same thing over and over. And here's the quote. I knew I was going to find it. He said, I think we were gaining momentum in the second half. I didn't want to change the forwards. Ahmad could have done better. Sometimes you just wait for a player who's a bit off his game to change things. Why are you waiting? I hear it with one or two. If you leave Ahmad and Bremo out there, cool, but take Cunha and Sesko off. But he's just waiting for the quality of the individuals to bail him out. We could do that. What he did against Forest, us four here could do that. Set up the team, 11, take off a centre-back for a centre-back and take off a left wing-back for a left wing-back and tell him go play.
The thing is, though, we wouldn't. The thing is, we wouldn't do that, would we? Because I think we'd realise what the game needs. You know what I mean? I think it's absolutely crazy.
He's waiting again, though, innit? It's reactive. It's reactive. He's a reactive manager. He's not a proactive manager.
Why? Manchester United manager, and I'm hoping I detest
because he hasn't got the vision to affect the game. That's why flawless. He hasn't got the vision. He doesn't understand. He doesn't know. He's looking out there and he's hoping for things to happen. Do you know what I mean? We've started playing long ball football and these past couple of weeks, and to me, I'm frustrated with what we're seeing. Like the manager, he doesn't know what. I don't understand how fans are so behind him. Like, I don't know what we're seeing. Is this our vision and our plan for the future? Like, I'm sat here and I'm looking at it and I look at the goals we scored. The Ahmad was a wonder goal again, Moment FC. Yeah. And you look at the goal from the corner, it shouldn't really been a corner. Do you know what I mean? We looked out there, caught Nottingham Forest cold, because we're frustrated on that. So even moments when we do get into games, do you know what I mean? It's not because of any kind of tactical genius. It's not because of the system. It's not because of that. And it's just, again, we're waiting like he is, do you know what I mean? And there's no reaction, and it's frustrating because, to be a top team, you have to be a proactive manager. You see something from a manager, do you know what I mean? I'm still seeing nothing from him, and I just don't understand how he can get hyped and you can get behind him and you've got fans singing his name at Old Trafford and all that. I'm sat there watching United and it frustrates me because I look at Mbeumo, look at Cunha, I look at Sesko, and I feel like, decent players, they can do something. Sesko didn't have the greatest game. Okay, so take him off, bring on Xerxes. Xerxes can impact the others around him. Do you know what I mean? Like, do something. We've got Manu there. We've got Mount. Do something. Affect the game. Take an extra centre-back off. Switch it. Do you know what I mean? Add a man in the midfield. You can do things. There's manoeuvres that can be had there, and it's just like the manager. Again, like you said there, Flawless, and like he said himself, he's waiting. And us as fans, we're going to be waiting a long time for him to do anything with his team because he's okay. He's not that good of a manager. That's it.
Yeah. And here's where he messes it up for himself, because then if he does change it for the last half an hour, 20 minutes, and it don't go right, more of my criticism is at the team. Even though I don't think he's mostly at fault for the draw, I look at us from a defensive standpoint for that 3 minutes. That was awful. Even at the start of the first, that 5 minutes, I look at ours attack overall. As much as we praised it against Brighton and said it was the difference, those three need to do better. But if he switches it and we still don't win the game, I'm not looking at the manager. I'm looking at the players, not only the players that were on, the players that were brought on off the bench. Well, you lot got your chance for half an hour, 20 minutes. Mano, you didn't do anything. Xerxes, you didn't do anything. Mount, you didn't do anything. If he switched formations, you didn't do well in the 10 Mbeumo. He put you as a 9. He put you as a wing back. It didn't work, etc.
He tried to change something. He's tried to do something. I know what I mean.
Proactive. He might as well have been in the stands with the United away end. I just give the sheet of paper to someone and said, yeah, do this. Just did nothing to zero. There was no change whatsoever, even though it clearly wasn't working. And like Ash mentioned, Casemiro, good header, and Ahmad wonder strike got us the game. And if we defend properly for that 3 minutes, we win it. And we're having a different conversation. And people are here saying, "Oh, we've won 4 in a row. Where's the apologies?" And he's a detriment. He's never a positive.
The defending, bro. Like, I don't know what happened in that second half. I don't know. you got to be better there defending, man. Like, what are you doing, the defenders there, bro? Like, we'll get on to Dalot in a second, but surely someone's got to go and clean that out, man. Sometimes I wish Maguire was there at one point, because at least then he would have at least booted it with his big edge. You know what I'm saying? Like, would have been a use for that head. You know what I mean? Like, you get it, though, like, nah, but you get what I'm trying to say, but like, just clear it away. But that was a shocking start to the second half, man. Like, that there, man, I felt like for me, that was almost like, what is a sign of this team, bro? That when it goes bad, you can see, bang. You know what I mean? The mentality shift for that moment there. Because at that point, they were cooking us, man. I thought the third might come. You know what I mean? So that's still there in terms of like, yo, like reality check. Like, we're not there yet, man, in terms of being this, you know what I mean, bro? Like mentality monsters, man. We're still frail, man. We're still very, very frail. I can't lie to you, man. And I think Yoro struggled as well. You get me in that second half as well. He didn't look himself. But yeah, man, just need to do better, man. Because I feel like for me, had we kept, I think, the score to 1-0 until about 60th minute, I reckon we win that game, you know.
Probably win the game. Even Euro, outside of that 5 minutes, it's not like they really like tested us from an offensive. Yeah, they got the ball out wide and they're going to put crosses to Sean Dash team. You know that's going to happen. And the City ground, this rocking, they're going to be up for the game. But it's not like Lemens made a lot of the saves he made, you would expect him to make. Like if he let some of them shots in, we'd be sat here saying, hey, that's a bad mistake. And yeah, that's why I look at it and go, yes, that 5 minutes really cost us. Well, it was 3 because it's 48 and 50 that they scored. Outside of that, there wasn't much in it. And Forest will say on the flip side, you lot didn't really cause us too much issues, which is fair. But that's where the disappointment lies, is Forest weren't at their best and we was in a position of power. And I was saying at halftime at 1-0, we get the second goal, game's done. I don't think they come back from that. But we let them into the game. You seen us wilt. That's what you seen us happen there, man. Like, we've seen us fold, and for that 3 minutes we folded. Thankfully, it wasn't 3 and 4, and it was only 2, and we was able to get back into the game. But the problem is still there.
This is my issue. Like, I've seen people say, "Oh, what did the manager say at half time?" Well, he didn't say, "Let's take our eye off the ball and let them back in the game," did they? So, you know, it's on professional football, because the thing he would have said is the most important thing to do now is go and get that first goal after half time. That gives us a 2-0 lead. And then we can build on that. But that's my big letdown. How we didn't after we scored the goal, it was just nothing until they scored. And that's, you know, we're meant to be building, we're meant to be progressing. Where is this attacking football then to go and penetrate and go and get that second goal? Do you know what I mean? Like, because you know it's the same people. Like that second goal. Dalot,
oh man, let's speak about it, man. What this guy, man? How is he not sold, man? Bro, this guy,
the agenda has always been bubbling, but it is this season.
An agenda, you're doing yourself a disservice. It's not an agenda. He is terrible.
No, I want it's terrible. No. To promote the new show, to promote the new show, bro, it needs to be an agenda.
Ignore what I just said. Carry on, agenda, big agenda against Dalot. Carry on.
And it's jokes that he's related to him or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But it's like, and that's why he played a manager. Why is he playing? Because it wasn't like he played well against Brighton. It wasn't like he played well against Liverpool. So why when you've got a left footer there as well? Because for me to have two fullbacks, I have to invert is ridiculous. Like, it doesn't make any sense, because you need one to be with the strongest foot, be able to get to the byline. So cutting it. Can he even mention it himself? Oh yeah, Dalot gets here, but he has to cut in. You're fucking playing him, bro. Like, he's having to cut in because you're playing him on that side. If we had Dorgu in, he doesn't have to cut in, does he? Because he's left-footed. Stop saying things that are proving us right. Then, like. We're getting on your back because you're doing the same stupid shit every single time. Dalot, for me, mate, is... I struggle to think of a team he gets in. Maybe Wolves. Like, he's... Yeah,
he probably gets in Wolves team.
He's garbage. There's nothing he does well. Nothing he does well to a level where you can say he's even an international class player. Mazraoui should be playing. I don't know why he's not playing Mazraoui, to be honest with you, at wing back. And I don't rate if he doesn't want Dorgu in certain games. I'd rather have Mazraoui there, because Mazraoui at least is competent enough to be able to defend even at the wing back role. But Dalot just makes he can't cross. he can't really defend, as you see. He has lapses in concentration, time and time again. He's not got an IQ.
You see the first half when he just didn't know where he was, and then the ball went out to, I think it was Ndoye, and he was just so slow, man. I'm just like, bro, like he's fell off a cliff, bro. And I just think for me right now, the manager's doing more damage than good, man, by keeping him on. You get me? I know Dogu isn't a huge upgrade, but at least, you know what I mean? He's got a
balance out there.
It's not a huge upgrade. At least it's an upgrade.
Yeah, at least there's balance out there. And at least he'll be an outlet. Like with the low, the ball goes out left, and it's like, might as well just kick the ball back to the opposition when he gets the ball in an offensive area. Because I don't remember making a pass, a cross.
No.
Nothing. At least Dogu will like be an outlet and take players away from Cunha on that side. I think we discussed it on this show about how much Ahmad helps Mbeumo, and if Cunha had someone on the other side that could help him, at least Dogu, even though I think he's just a decent player, can help with that because he'll go to the byline. Whereas Dalot just there. Like
he's just there, bro. Like he's just
there. Like
might as well put him Lassie at this point. Do you know what I mean? Just get him in. He's been back this season. Just throw him in there.
Could it be any worse?
Over because at least they're left-footed from a balance perspective. So Dogu and Malassi will at least cross the ball in.
You know what makes it even worse? Watching Alvaro Fernandez score goals for Real Madrid.
Oh, that was a banger that he scored on the onside.
That was banger, bro.
Ten
Hag, you bad knobhead. That's all I'm going to say about you, mate.
Can't believe it, man. You get me? We can't even get him back. You know what I mean? That's the maddest thing is because Real Madrid just won't let him go. You know what I mean? They've got the future.
He don't want to come back here. What's he want to come back here for?
Yeah, man. Of course he won't. You know what I mean? Because the only way is up in it when you go to Real Madrid. But I just don't know, man. And that for me is a huge issue, man. Because that left hand side, it's affecting Cunha as well. Whether people like it or not, not having someone that he can play with on that side. Ahmad and Mbeumo, you can see there's a chemistry building there, even though that it wasn't great against Forest. And I thought Ahmad, I can't lie to you, the goal saved him because I was cussing him out in the game, bro. He was poor in the game. But at least on that left hand side, bro, like if Cunha's got someone that he can work with, then he might look a bit more better. But with Dalot, don't offer you no width, doesn't invert well, can't pass a ball, can't defend. You know what I mean? It's got to a point now where I'm seriously thinking about Luke Shaw maybe left wing back.
Bob,
you know what I mean? And then playing Mazraoui as a right-sided centre back.
Just use Dogu or Malacia. I'm sure we got a youth player who can. He'll never do that, but I'm sure there's a youth player who can play left wing. I don't know. You lot might know more about me than that about the youth.
I'm sure Harry Amas got out alone.
He's at Sheffield Wednesday. But the thing is, Amas is alone. But even with that, like he's talking about Cunha having. We said it last week. He hasn't got that top level player. But even when they weren't playing well yesterday, the manager can't even think to switch Cunha and Mbeumo. Try something different. Even if you're not going to take them off, switch them, and then give Cunha a bit of an outlet to see what he can do from the right hand side. The manager don't even think to do that, bro. And let's see if we can switch it and see what happens there. Because who knows, you might stumble on something where Mbeumo brings something out of Dalot, or Dalot brings something out of Mbeumo on that left hand side.
Yeah,
he won't even try that. It's hard.
Don't try Heaven.
Too soft.
You know what I mean? It can't be worse. Heaven left wing back. That can't be
worse.
The
thing is, he was fancying him at one point, and then he doesn't even get any minutes.
He doesn't get a sniff now. Yeah, he doesn't get a sniff.
Which is, I don't understand what he's done. Yeah, well,
yeah, like we need to seriously go and buy one. Apparently, Amorim just come out. Fabrizio said something about Amorim doesn't want stopgap signings, but if we could go and get maybe a left wing back. It feels like we have to do it again. We bought one in January, you know what I mean, last January. It feels like we might have to dip in the market, but I can't really think of any wing backs that are available right now, man, because, you know what I mean, would they want to come now? I don't know, man. Is there any available that would come in? I'm not sure. But all in all...
That's on them to figure that out. That's what you paid for. There's wing backs out there. Go find one. There's definitely wing backs out there. There's none that come to mind in the obvious market. Yeah, there's no wing back in the Premier League I look at and go, go and get him. But in Europe, is there someone who can have perform to a good level? Yes, you can offer us something. This is what you're paid for. 100%. Because in the summer, God forbid this manager's still here, but we need a fullback. Anyway, we'll be talking about a left back, whether it's a left wing back or a left back, because that is an area we need to improve on, no matter what the formation is and who the manager is. So go find one. That's what I look at, yo. Go. This is what you scouts are there for. Go locate.
You know that manager's going nowhere, bro. You know. Did you see that Athletic article today?
Nah, go on. What did the Athletic? I mean, the Athletic.
Was it yesterday or today? Basically saying about the meeting, how they went when they went over to get him to the job, and he was there for 5 hours, and the way he spoke so passionately. Even that he spoke about how he would adapt his system, even though he believes in the way he play, he will adapt it and stuff like that. And they've come out thinking, yeah, he's the man. And apparently he kept asking why now, rather than the end of the season. But mate, they are backing him. They are backing him. He's going to get the 3 years. I'm telling you, he's getting the 3 years.
One thing I trust him to be is shit. He's not double A. He's not.
Brother, they let him finish 15th with no trophy, no Euro.
That is true. Yes, they are. But like I said, all it takes is a run of losses. All it takes is a run of losses. They're not having it. All it takes it sounds fantastic back in the manager and patience. Let us lose 3 games in a row and see where that patience is.
Well, you never won 2 in a row until recently.
Nah, not 2 in a row. I'm talking about losses. I'm talking about let us because I trust him to be shit. Yeah. That's why Jim Ratcliffe's out here doing interviews. Them man are stressed. When else whoever owners do you see doing interviews just mid-season, just randomly having to back the manager? Like I said, all that. I'm a big fan of Anthony Robertson, but I think he's been injured, but he's a quality fullback.
He's been out of favour at Fulham for some reason.
Yeah, I think he's been injured. That's why I think. But he's not.
No, he's been fit, man. He's been fit.
He been playing. So how come
he's been on the bench. Bench warming.
But I don't think he's a wing back. He's a left back. I don't look.
Yeah, he's a left back. That's a problem.
I think he's
That's what I'm trying to say. You can't scout wing. You can't scout left backs. You got to scout wing backs. You know what I mean?
You are going to be like that, yeah. But like I said, a few losses in a row. I say, man, we'll see. These men are stressed. These men are fold. He's just fortunate for the manager that we've had this run. That's like, all right, cool. Heats up. All right, man.
Why? Can I ask you a question? Why is it when our attack doesn't do well, everyone doesn't do well? So you remember when we lost to Brentford? Like Sesko had a goal.
Because you know why, sorry to cut you off, because the system's shit. That's why.
No. I get it. That's why I want to break it down. I want to break it down because I feel
sorry, you had to do the in-depth tackle. My bad. I apologize.
No. I'm just that is to be fair. That you're right. But I'm just like, one of them just turn up, man.
Do you know why? Ash mentioned it before, right? And it winds me up that we do this. So he's going for long balls now, and obviously a lot of the time. Well, he does it. You know, we saw it against Brighton with Sesko, and he was properly causing Van Heck a lot of problems. So we have a 6 foot. Was he 6'5"? 6'5" striker.
Yeah, he's like 6'5" or 6'6", something like that.
No crosses into the box for him to try and head the ball.
I know.
We do not play for him, bro. And I'm seeing people now saying maybe Haaland was better than Sesko.
Oh, I've seen that.
Are you high? Are you actually high? Like, I've seen more in the short sample size of Sesko than I ever saw with Haaland.
All of Haaland.
Better footballer. Again, and we said it when we bought him. Every striker, if we continue to play the way we play, will struggle in Manchester United because we do not play to create the chances. That we do not use the number 9 as the main outlet for goals. And whether it's Cunha, Mbeumo, Ahmad, whoever, look to score themselves more often than create chances for the 9. And it's happened again and again and again. And I felt so sorry for him yesterday. Like, he literally got nothing. It was out of it. It was one pass near the end, and he was at a tight angle, and he ballooned it over. But, bro, it's like, I'm not surprised the attack doesn't work more often than not, because I don't think they really know what they want to do when they get up there. Like, they don't really. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing like as we saw a little bits. Like, we began to see some linkage and stuff, and I thought Sesko was really vital to that. You know, you saw the assist and everything like that. But I don't know, man. I just think he will continue to struggle more games than he will succeed, because a lot of players can't cross the ball anyway still, and I'm not massively keen on when they do cross the ball. But yeah, I just don't think, like, people saying he's shit in the final third. How can he? How is he shit in the final third? Like, I've seen more from him than what I see from Højlund. I don't understand where you get that. Like, he's shit in the final third. I think he's a really good young player, and I think
he had the least touches in the game. In the game, 21 touches. Any outfield player in the game. He had 3 shots. In terms of on target, none on target. 21 touch, 2 touches off your box is not good enough, man. You know what I mean?
But why, Saeed? Why? Because we play kick and rush football. We play kick and rush football. We play the most basic style of football. There is no point in the game where we control possession and we pen teams into their own third. Do you know what I mean? When do you ever see us control and dominate and consistently create multiple chances in the box and around the box? It doesn't happen under Amorim. We're not that kind of a side. We get the ball, kick, rush. That's it. Do you know what I mean? The old school, what the Germans used to call the English years ago. Do you know what I mean? This style, he's gonna suffer unless we're loading the ball into the box often, which we don't. You know, you don't see in Burmo, you don't see Cunha, cross the ball. They're not really those kind of players. They're more goal scorers themselves rather than assistants. So we've not got that, which makes no sense anyway. Why have we not got Xerxes in there, someone who can actually feed them, do you know what I mean? And create a little bit of creativity and a bit of link-up play in that final third, if that's what we want from our wide players. It's just, everything seems so disjointed and dysfunctional with this manager. I'm looking at it and I just, it's inevitable that he's going to get himself sacked. You've got fans buzzing that we won 3 in a row. We'll probably win one, lose 2 or 3, then win another, and then fans are, we're back, and we're just going to be caught in this cycle consistently. Do you know what I mean? Sesko's starving out there, just in the same instance that Højlund was starving out there. And I'm not saying Højlund's close to Sesko, because if you look at Sesko, you can see he's clearly got the talent, the quality. I wasn't a big fan in signing him, off the back of 13 goals in the Bundesliga, which, let's be honest, you can't get too hype off a player who's just got only 13 in the Bundesliga and expect him to come to the Prem and start scoring 15, 20 in that. But especially when he's not getting no service, he's getting nothing. He's not getting nothing up there. Do you know what I mean? And what can you do with that? What can he do with that? He had that one opportunity yesterday, very early in the game, where he had that snapshot. They gave him the ball. Do you see that shot where it just goes a little bit wide? The powerful. You can clearly see he can strike the ball, but then he never got the ball anywhere near the 18-yard box after that. He never saw it. Do you know what I mean? So what's he expected to do? It's just the system doesn't help him, and it's not gonna help him. It's gonna be another situation where we look at it and thinking, another failed striker, because we're not all of a sudden going to start creating loads of chances for him. This is what we've got now. This is how we are.
You need the wing backs to overload as well, get crosses in, man. That's one thing that I'm surprised about. United need to get these crosses into Sesko, man. He's a tall lad. You know what I mean? Like he can score some headers, man. Can we not get some crosses into him? That'll be the first thing I'd be saying, yo.
No, we can't. Like they're incapable. Like Ash just mentioned it there about the system not benefiting Sesko. The system benefits nobody. Who does it benefit? Or players just of quality?
Harry Maguire when he plays, because he gets put in a back three.
In a back three. And there you go then. One of our worst players and a player who shouldn't be here, who's been severely underperforming for however many years now. And we're talking about a central centre-back. And that's only recently, because when we played him in a high line, he was like, let's not forget what happened at Brentford. Let's not excuse that. That was this season. People just remember the goal against Liverpool at Anfield. Let's not forget Brentford. Let's not forget other games that have happened this season. You don't benefit anybody. And when you have a good system, like my boy Saint was saying this, when you have a good system, it's easy to identify terrible players. But when the system don't benefit anyone, then you have these conversations about, whether a player's good or not. Sesko's done decent. I wasn't really high on signing him at all. But what he's done so far, I'm just saying play him. Give him a run of games and let's see how it goes. But do we? No. We don't benefit him. Big up Shells every time.
You're trying to benefit him with 2 inverted fullbacks. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not putting the ball in. At any point, like, they're not going to get down to the byline and whip one in. It makes no sense.
Ahmad's too greedy, man. Ahmad's too greedy sometimes, man. Could you also? The problem is, apart from maybe Mbumo, there's not anyone really looking to play
because them man are shooters. We know this.
They're shooters.
Like you have, when it comes to attacking players, you have shooters and you have creators. Yes, creators score goals, and yes, shooters also create. But what's their mindset? Cunha's mindset, his first mindset, is to score. Same with Mbeumo, same with Ahmad. So when you have shooters, you know what you need to put with them? Creators. You know who's a creator?
Oh, you know what?
So try it.
Or you need a system. You need a system with the midfield where you have overlapping runs or creativity from the midfield. Do you know what I mean? That passes from the. You have nothing there. You don't have Bruno feeding the box anymore. Do you know what I mean? Bruno's constantly feeds the ball out wide, left or right. Same with Casemiro. Does exactly the same thing. So there's nothing coming through the middle for Sesko either. So he's got no options, like no outlet for him, and he's just stuck there on an island by himself. And I feel for him. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those where it's not getting any better for him anytime soon.
Yeah, you know, with Cunha as well, like, because obviously I watched him at Wolves here, and he was creating at Wolves here, but it seems to me that he's, as much as, like I said, you like the way he plays and he's trying, but sometimes he can get a bit like, yo, I'm gonna do this on my own, bro. I think he needs to realize, yo, you know what I mean? You're not at Wolves, my guy, man. You got to look towards maybe playing with other players as well. Linking up. I get it, Dalot, you can't link up.
I was gonna say Dalot's over that side. Do your thing.
Yeah, Dalot. I know, but
ignore it, didn't you know what I mean?
Cunha's got to be a bit more. He's got to be a bit
I know
more.
what you're saying, but that's a part of his game, though. Like yes, at times you would like him to maybe pass it, but that's him. I think if you take that away from him, you don't have the player that we have. I don't think he puts in the performances he does against Brighton and against Liverpool. I think him having that, he's a maverick.
Yeah, he's a maverick.
He's a maverick. He's a loose cannon, and you need that. Yes, at times he'll overdo it, but I'd rather him be that way than be the other way and be passive and not get involved and not try things. Because we had that. He's now sat on the bench in West London, but that's a whole different conversation. Go on.
Yeah, I think you got to take into account as well that Cunha's playing for Wolves, and these teams are playing against Wolves. Do you know what I mean? So he's going to have a little bit more time, a little bit more space. He's playing for United now, and I hate to say it, but it's a fact of the matter. It's a lot of teams and a lot of players' biggest game of the season is playing against Manchester United. They get the spotlight. They're giving everything. Whereas a day against Wolves is kind of a bit of a day off. Do you know what I mean? It's one way you can kind of you phone in the performance a little bit, so he's gonna get the space that he's not gonna get at United, and it's just one of those where he's got players around him who's creating space for him. Dalot's not making any runs in behind. Do you know what I mean? Bruno's not making any midfield runs to create any separation. Sesko's he's stagnant and he's stationary pretty much in the middle there. Mbeumo's not crossing side, so the space isn't being opened up for him. Whereas he had Aït-Nouri in the team for Wolves, and you could see those runs, those overlapping runs constantly, which would open it up a little bit, and he's just not getting that at United.
Yeah, I agree. What do you reckon, Double A, in terms of Cunha? Like, do you think sometimes that's maybe that selfish kind of play helps United? Is it good? Is it there needs to be a balance?
Oh, it has to be a balance. Like, when you see him holding onto the ball, getting up the pitch in situations he was doing against Liverpool, and it's driving us up the pitch in games like that when it's needed.
Yeah,
but he needs that again. He needs that support because you can't do it all on your own. And again, this comes from the manager, doesn't it? Like, Cunha, stop. Like, when you get up there, pass the ball. Look to create. Look to pass it on. You don't have to do everything yourself. If we're saying it, the manager needs to be saying it. But then he's got his captain there. He's got experienced players around him to tell him, listen, there's options for you. And I agree with what he's saying. You look on who he's got to support him outside of him, and it's Dalot. He's not getting anything, is he? He's just not going to be able to have that link up. And this is where we need a left footer on there to bomb past him. Because if you've already got someone cutting in one side, again, we've said it multiple times already, you don't need someone cutting in on the other side. You need someone to get to that byline. As old school as it is, when you've got a 6'5" striker in the middle, byline, get the ball in. You catch defense. You can catch centre backs cold doing that. When you're cutting back in every single time and having to lay it off or look to go again, they can prepare for that easy. And it's just very easy to read Manchester United going forward. I think I don't think there's ever any real surprise in what we're going to do to try and catch teams cold or look to create even little passes in behind. Through the line, there's just none of it, and again, it all comes back to the manager at the end of the day because he's the one putting the players where they play, and I would just love to see a couple of games with Dorgu on the left wing back side and a Casemiro Mainu double. If you're gonna do two in the middle, give me Casemiro Mainu.
Where's Bruno play?
He has to go back to 10, mate. He just has to do it. And
10,
then you decide
who drops out the front.
Well, you look who's in form. Who would you say is in form more than Cunha and Buma? Or you could even say Sesko, and you put Cunha false 9. Like bring someone in. You know,
I'm not really liking for Cunha false 9, man. I can't do it, man. I don't think it's the solution.
Again, I'm just offering you options. There's multiple options there, and try and get an attack going and looking better. I'm not saying it would work, but is the way it's working now. Are we going to see more games like yesterday than we are against Brighton with that front three?
I think we see more games.
No, but Brighton, you know what it is with Brighton here? Sorry to cut you off.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool.
Brighton, we press well, and it was a different game. We have to understand here, there are going to be different games, like, you know, different courses for different courses, right? So you have to understand that the way we played against Brighton, it's not going to be the play against Nottingham Forest. But Tottenham as well might be different. So we almost got to realize that that's not always going to happen. I'm not saying we got lucky, because I think there were some parts of Brighton that we played well. I thought we pressed them out the pitch. We were positive, we were energetic. But what is now? How do you go back to now changing that kind of mindset? Because I believe, when there's a team that has a low block, United, what do? Brentford struggled. There's games where I look at low blocks here, and I'm like, what do you do then? What's the solution then? You get me? When the team's playing maybe a mid block, or a team like I said to you, Anderson, where I think he bullied us in there, and he's physical and he gets on the ball and he start. What do you do then, bro? That's where I'm like, can Amorim adapt there? Because not every game you're gonna get it as free flowing. You know what I mean?
We just relying on in particular against low blocks. We're just relying on individual quality. Like we are, like double A, like you mentioned there, the options. We go as far as, let's say it is Bruno in the 10 and he drops Cunha and he plays in Bremo with Sesko. We'll go as far as those three play. The reason why we can't break down low blocks and we struggle is because there's no system. It's on individuals. That's where the issue lies. If you have a system in place, even if there is a lack of quality, no matter what the system is, chances are you are going to create. Say this all the time. Look at Spurs' attack last year. I think they were the 4th or 5th highest scorers in the league. Their attack isn't good. But the way Ange played, even though, he neglected defense, offensively that offered. I watched Bournemouth play City. How many chances did Bournemouth create? A whole heap of chances in this game today against Manchester City. Much more than we did go in there. You're telling me that they have a better attack and a better team than us? Or does it fall at the manager's system?
Yeah, no, you're right. The coach.
We're in the system era. We know the systems is key. Yes, individual quality will take you over the top, and the individual quality of certain players can help, of course. But we don't have a system, so that's why, no matter the personnel, it really don't change too much. We'll go as far as the personnel takes us. This manager's not going to make up for the shortcomings of players in games as we've seen against Forest, where we needed our manager because our attack wasn't doing well. Cunha weren't playing well, and Bremo wasn't playing well, Sesko wasn't, Ahmad wasn't. The players we look to from a defensive, those 4 from a defensive standpoint were not high. What did he do to help us in that game? Nothing. Left them out there. We'd still be playing now when he wouldn't have changed it.
Yeah, I can't lie. Yeah, that's this thing. We have to adapt, bro. And that's one thing Amorim needs to do. Like, you can't always think, right, okay, cool. You know what I mean? Yeah, players are there to bail you out because there are players in it. But at the same time, just little bits and moments where the game gets away from you. How do you go back to default settings? What do we do then? Have we got a purpose in these kind of games? He did mention it, to be fair, before the game. And he did call it, to be fair, that Nottingham Forest won't give us a space as Brighton did. So he does know it. Like, he's not like, tactically aware of it. But when you're there in the moment, now, because you could be a good talker, you could be a good, you know what I mean? But when it's time to really go at it, you know what I mean? And then you get the draw.
That makes it worse, though, that he's identifying the problem, because that means
What's your solution?
It's not stupid. It's not stupidity. I'll give people the credit they deserve for being stupid. Word to see the God. If the manager will, I'll just be like, you're an idiot. I don't expect. So you've identified the problem. Hey, Forest are going to play a low block against us. Okay, so what's the solution? Just rely on the individual. As he said in his press match, in the post-match conference, I'm hoping one of the players who are a little bit off it do something. I could do that.
Yeah.
playing Bremo, Cunha, Sesko, and yeah, one of you lot over at this hour and a half of football plus do something in the game to get us over the line. And that's where it came from. Was a great corner from Bruno, great header from Casemiro, and a wonder strike from Ahmad has got us the 2 goals. That's it.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like, again, and he's done this many a time where he'll identify problems. The Belay mentioned it. Oh, dog, Dalot gets in the situation and can't cross it. Or stop playing a right-footed left wing back.
Can I say as well, because I've seen the comment before that, because obviously I think the chat are thinking that we're very negative today, but really we're being real and we're calling out exactly what was wrong with yesterday, because it wasn't a good performance and we were looking to win to draw the game. But someone said, if I hadn't got cleared off the line, we'd have won. That might be true, right? But I guarantee if that had been the case, the 4 of us would still be saying the same things right now. Because all we're saying is that we wasn't good enough yesterday. It wasn't good from start to finish. And those 5 minutes in the second half, the start of the second half, epitomise what this Manchester United team are and have been for 3-4 years even. I ain't even going to put it down to Amorim's era. We've been for 4 years. The thing is, and the reason why we say what we say is because we're fed up of it. We're fed up of seeing it. We're fed up of having to come on here and talk about seeing the same shit week in, week out. When we know, and everyone goes, yeah, well, you're not the manager. But when the manager is telling you he won't change things in the hope, praying, in wishing that something is going to change, rather than doing what managers are paid to do in making the changes to make things change. When the manager is telling you he's not going to do that, this is why we sit here highly frustrated and bored of what this manager is churning in, week out. Because it's just not good enough and it's not sustainable. And, you know, again, we were lucky to get it back in the game. Let's not forget, we were lucky to get back into the game yesterday. So we could have lost. And if we'd have lost, then we lose on Sunday. We're right back to square one, aren't we? And the only positive is that we're unbeaten in 4. That's literally
that is to get 10 from the last 12 is a positive. And to people who are saying, oh, Murillo cleared it off the line. Why are we relying on that? There was 90 minutes of football. Why are we relying on one moment in an entire football match to go our way? Are we not better than Nottingham Forest? So therefore, we should have more moments in the game. Why are we not sat here talking about, hey, Sesko should have scored that chance? Oh, you know what? Cunha should have squared it to Bremo when we scored. Hey, Ahmad should have done better with that chance. Hey, Bruno missed the sitter. Hey, Cass, if he would have played that pass, we would have done it. Why are we not talking about chances being created? Unless you're going to tell me these attackers are terrible, which we know is not the case, because we've seen them when they've been on song, in particular Brighton. As I sat here on this very podcast just last week and spoke and waxed lyrical about our front three and said verbatim, I love the fact that we scored 4 goals and we're talking about the chances we missed. That should be us more often than not. Not every week, because that's impossible, but more often than not, we should be talking about those things. But and also, our vim and criticism comes to the manager because these are not new things. It's been a year of the same shit over and over and over. And to add more into our frustration, people were asking for apologies because we won 3 games in a row. People were asking for apologies because we won 2 games in a row. But we talk. It's too early for that.
It's too early for all that talk.
But that's what people were saying. No, I bet you had it. Saeed had people in my chat. Oh, you go apologize to Amorim now because we won 3 matches.
I still don't. We're still a long way to go. But I still look at the league and it's still tight, man. You know what I mean? Like I still think, you know, you beat. For me, it's that Tottenham game now where I'm looking at. I'm like, yo, beat Tottenham, and then you've won what? 4 games out of 5. I'm not gonna lie, that's not bad. Unbeaten in 5. If you beat Tottenham, I think you then look at the draw as less maybe significant as it is right now. You feel me? You win against Tottenham, you then probably in the top 3, maybe 4, depending on results elsewhere. But yeah, that game is crucial, man. And I think for me, the Forest game just highlighted a few maybe reality checks that we are still trying to play, you know, sometimes in a different way, and we have to adapt to that. You get me? And certain performances have to match up as well. And also, you know, I mean, I can only name yesterday. I say Casemiro played well.
Actually, Bruno played well. I'm not gonna lie.
Bruno I think was decent as well. I can't lie. Who else played well yesterday? And that's about it, really. Like, not really else I can look at and be like, yo, that's what I'm just named you there. 3 players only that played well out of 11. Okay, the goalkeeper, touch and go. You know what I mean? Obviously, if you can see goals in it, you know what I mean? You can't really say.
You're supposed to with the men. You can't really. I can't say he played well, but I can't say he played bad. All the saves you would expect him to make, he made. His distribution wasn't bad.
Yeah, and Dilip was all right. Yeah, but then again,
I'd say Dilip minus the second goal. That's it. Dilip. Yeah. Again, like there wasn't. It's not like we got carved apart or we was. But it was just decent. Can't say he played well type of thing. And that's how I'm looking at it. Like it's few and far between. Maybe I think Casson, to me, Bruno is probably it. You two play well.
And I think that's a cause for concern and frustration amongst, especially myself. I don't speak for you guys, but just that drop off that the. And you know, going against the Forest team that have been shit all season, they're in the middle of a new manager coming in, and I don't want to hear a new manager bounce and all that, because what they should have done is grab the game out of scruffing. And you're going off 3 wins in a row. We looked like we hadn't won 3 games in a row. That's the Manchester United we've seen.
Yeah,
under Amorim for months and months and months. Like it didn't look like the same team that against the Brighton that beat us a lot of the times at home. Didn't allow them to. We suffocated Brighton. Do you know what I mean? And that's what we needed. I know we scored that goal, but it's just after that, the drop-off, and it just looked like we didn't know what the hell we were doing. And we just allowed them to get back into the game and just allowed them to again, go ahead. And I just think it's that no matter how well we might do under this manager and winning 3 games in a row, whatever you want to say.
I agree.
It's just, there just never seems to be that confidence that it can be maintained. And it's that the level is to go in to be the best team in the game. I think there's always going to be a scrap. There's always going to be United fans doubting the fact that the team can actually stand up and win games and be really the best team in the game for long periods. I just don't believe it's ever going to happen. So that's what's really annoyed me from yesterday, because I thought when we scored, I thought, right, now let's see what you're made of. Let's really go and prove that you are this new team. This Amorim United is finally here, and the positivity we've had for 3 weeks deserves to stay, because we said that. And again, we drew. We didn't lose, right? So let's have a bit of realism in it, that it's still unbeaten. But like Ash said it at the beginning, the standards is that we should be going and dominating and beating teams. We're not there yet, but this is where you start to do it. And regardless of a content creator growing his hair, you should want to win 5 games in a row anyway. You should want to continue to keep winning. I think if the results were all stayed and we won, we're 3rd now if we'd have won yesterday. Yeah. So it's like, it's more kick up the arse to keep doing what you're doing. And the fact that they take their eye off the ball, the manager, the players, the collective of Manchester United to continue to do this and let us down, it pisses me off, man. I just think, when's it going to change? When is it going to be what we want it to be?
When we get a decent manager, Double A. When we get a decent manager, I mean, it's not sustainable even when we want.
But can I say as well though, like in terms of like obviously the top 4 and what we believe in, like I still think there is this idea that it can be a good season though. Like I still look at it and I'm like, I still feel confident about top 4 and top 5, because I don't think anyone else is blowing anyone out.
Saeed, what we're talking about here, we've had 3 good wins, and it's not.
I agree, man. The league's up and down, bro. The league's up and down this year. I don't think
league's up and down, man. I still think there's a positive feeling that we can get.
The league's up and down, but you know who else is up and down? Us,
United.
Well, but then we gotta be the least up and down out of the rest.
we gotta be the best up and down side in the league.
That's what you gotta do. I don't. Yeah, man. I look at the league though. I don't. Listen, Liverpool.
The league isn't great. That's where my frustration lies even more. Well, if we have a decent manager, you comfortably finish top 6. Because I don't think the league is not that. But this manager,
I don't think we comfortably finish top 6.
No, I think with a good manager, I think we do.
I think we do.
Because of the state of the league, is what I'm saying. Because of, again, less so on our quality. I'm talking about the rest of the league not being that.
Yeah, the rest of the league's quality.
The league are allowing
the issue lies.
The league are allowing us to stay in the race. That's what it is. But
exactly that.
That's why we were saying, we said it last week. That's where we have to now take each game by the scruff of the neck and have a bit of consistency. Because that's why Arsenal are where they are, because they're consistent. It's not that they're not blowing me away.
Why we're not consistent, OAA? Why we're not consistent? We're not consistent because we can't break down a low block. We've seen that against Forest. We struggle to break down. We're going to play a lot more teams that are going to play a low block against us, and we're going to continue to struggle. We're going to continue to have these issues. This mismanager, the football he plays, it's not sustainable. Okay, it might get us a couple of wins here and there, but in the long term, we're going to suffer more than we are going to succeed under this manager. Do you know what I mean? And that's just how we are. You know, Bruno and Casemiro in the midfield for the rest of the season. That's what we're looking at, really. We're suffering. Do you know what I mean?
And this is why we question the manager, Ash, because if you fail with this the way the league is now, where everyone's beating everyone and no one apart from Arsenal is really, City is starting to turn up a little bit. I'll give them that, but the two of the top 4 places, I think, for anyone. Right, so this is where I really crash in on the manager then, because if you cannot get us there when the league is allowing you to, then it falls on your neck, and this is where the club owners have to start looking. I don't think they will, but this is where I question them, because where are your standards then? Because if you're trying to win the league in 2028 and we've got a chance of finishing top 4, and the manager's not allowing us to do that, what are you going to do to sort it out then? Because there's no excuse for us not to finish top 4 this season, mate. If Chelsea, Liverpool, Arsenal, City, we're all on it, I'd be like, yeah, there's not a fucking chance. But they're not. And there's the gaps there, there's openings there for United to fill. So let's go and do it. But it's on the manager, but he won't change things because wish, hope, and a prayer, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Let's talk about Elliot Anderson, man, because, boy, what a performance, man. I thought that was a big audition, man, from Elliot Anderson, man. What a performance from him, man. And I feel like if his price wasn't already up beforehand, boy, you know what I mean? It's already up right now, man. I thought that was an amazing performance. Whether United go and get him January, I think it's a bit too soon. Definitely a summer thing, maybe, because I think he's a United sort of player that we sort of need. Physical, technical, drive with the ball, energy, you know what I mean, man? It all depends on how much he will cost, but I thought that was a very, very good audition for Man United. Someone saying there, better than Stiller. I've not really watched a lot of Stiller, so I can't really gas him up. But
different players.
Yeah.
Every time anyone mentions Stiller, I've not watched him like that, speak very, very highly of Stiller.
The thing is, though, people saying Anderson more than Stiller. Brother, we need both. They
complement each other.
They would complement each other. They'd sort our midfield out immensely. But Elliot Anderson, he's not, not even just yesterday. He's been one of the best players all season, I think. And despite Forest suffering, I think he's been their best player by some way.
I'm not sold on him like that. I'm not sold on him like that.
Nah, I think he's class.
No, Anderson. Flawless. The way he constantly wins the ball, he protects it, and then he keeps it moving. Do you know what I mean? He just does it all flawlessly. Do you know what I mean? He's clean with it. His ability on the ball, he's just the way he wins his duels as well, his battles. You saw every 50-50 he was going into. He knew where to put his body, he knew where to position himself, he knew how to control it and then move the ball on and keep it ticking. I like him. I'm starting to prefer him over Wharton. I'm really looking at him thinking, he could be the answer.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to watch him some more. That's what that is.
They want 100 mil, don't they?
Yeah, of course they gonna want something. He's English. Of course they want 100 them. English.
And
just got
it's United.
Hyped. It's United, but a lot of the stuff you might talk about is him winning the football and off the ball type of stuff. Obviously, here there'd be a little bit more expectation of him on the ball. I'd say that's where it is. It's not off the ball stuff. Yeah, he's energetic, can run around, tackle. What's he like on the ball?
He's
For
good
me,
at
he's
driving with
great
the ball.
on
He's
the
good at
ball.
taking
I
it
can't
forward.
lie.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Yeah,
where
it's
I'm at
decent.
with it. Like, what are you like on the ball? Off the ball, I don't doubt you. Yes, you are going to run up and
He's
down.
very, like,
Oh,
competent on the ball. Like, he barely gives it away. He's a player that, you know what I mean? I wouldn't say, like, he's graceful as maybe Wharton
Yeah,
on
he's
the
different
ball.
to Wharton.
But
But
He's a better passer than Wharton.
But we're in the
He's a better-
Champions League going
no,
away.
I
to
would say
PSG.
Wharton's a better
Aye.
passer for me.
No,
So
I think you look at it, and Wharton over this last season, do you know what I mean? He is a lot more risky with his passes. He makes a lot more passes forward, but he is more risky with it. Do you know what I mean? And whereas Anderson plays a safer passes, he looks, to keep his stats up. Do you know what I mean? And it's one of those where
He wins a lot of ground drills for me, and that's what you need, man.
Yeah,
You just
that's
need
off the ball stuff.
tenacity in midfield.
I
You know
hear
what
the
I'm saying?
tenacity side of things. So, all right, we get back into the Champions League. We're going away to PSG. You man are comfortable with Anderson in that midfield?
Yes, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you got the players around him.
Alongside whoever you want to pick, still
you could have
on
him and
whoever
Mainu playing in
is
midfield.
alongside.
Just what
Let's
he
say
does.
it's
It's not Bruno.
Whoever it is. I'm just pointing that out. All right, cool. I'm
Yeah.
gonna sort him like this. I'm gonna watch him closely. I'm gonna watch him more closely. I don't watch a lot of Forest like that.
Yeah, no, I've
I
rated
think it's decent, but I don't see. But
You
again,
missed-
once
You missed your chance yesterday, bro. You should have
I watched him yesterday. I didn't think it was amazing yesterday. Amazing. Nah, I didn't see it. Amazing.
Nah, it was
No.
good, man. Amazing is probably not the word. He was very, very good.
Yeah, he was very good. He's
very
stood-
good yesterday.
Yeah, he was quality, man. But like I said, United getting that sort of midfielder, I don't know, man, whether United can get that sort of midfielder. I'm not sure. You know what I mean? This summer, you feel me? This one here is that comparison stat.
I just clicked on this now. Yeah.
This one here, okay. Yeah, there you go. So that, you know what I mean? Jules, Adam Wharton's more better. Okay. Yeah, possession 1. If you're looking at the progressive carries, Anderson's better. If you're looking at forward passes, Anderson's better. Is that this season, by the way, or that all time? 77% in terms of
the minutes is at the end, so you see it. Yeah, because he played like 200 more. Is it like 200 more? Is that 668?
200 more minutes. Yeah. But that's the same thing. It's crazy, man. So it just shows you that, like, I mean, Anderson's been playing well. He has been playing well. He really, really has, man. And I think for me, he's been showing his quality. Whether, like I said, United are going to get him is a different question, isn't it? But that would be one of the transfers I'd be looking at for me. Him, Wharton,
the thing is,
else.
Saeed, as well, he's not going to stay. He's not going to stay at Forest, is it? Because what's he going to become under Daesh? Do you know what I mean? He's not. They're not going to.
True.
It's the ballers are going to leave that team very quick, I think, and it's going to go back to a Burnley Everton kind of situation. So unless he doesn't stay, Daesh, which could happen. But you're right. We need to be in a position where we're an attractive, option for him, because City, Liverpool, any team, you look at even Chelsea would probably even look for him as well, wouldn't they? Do you know what I mean? But we need to be in a situation where I don't know. We did it this season with Sesko, Cunha, and Bumo. Managed to get players like that. But I think midfielders must look at United and think, like, if they're linked with him and think, I could come here and do a job. Yeah, you're replacing an aging Casemiro and a 10. Do you know what I mean? Like, I agree. Give me the reins. It's not a hard job.
I don't know. Midfielders looking here who we had over the years. Do you know what I mean? You've had Fred come in, you've had Amrabat come in, you've had Agate come in, all struggled. Do you know what I mean? The midfield's like graveyard for us here.
But none of them are Premier League midfielders, mate. Do you know what I mean? Like, they know the league. Like Fred, overpriced. You knew what you were getting straight away with Fred, I think, and Agate, terrible. Van de Beek, even that's the big one for me. Really let me down, man. But I think it's a case. I think it's a similar thing with managers or any player that comes to United. They can be the ones to take United back. So anyone worth the salt, they're only going to get paid. They're only going to get the dough, and it's Man United at the end of the day, regardless of where we are. It's still Manchester United in this league, and I think the scope there is for two midfielders to come in and be the starting midfielders from the get-go. If you have competent midfielders who are progressive and can pass the ball and can defend and can run and can press, I we can get, if we're going to play with 2, if we can get 2 in, they must look at it and think, well, yeah, but I'm better than them. Like, and he proved it yesterday. I'm better than Man United's midfield. I can start for Man United.
Yeah, that's not tough. That's
no, exactly. Exactly. It's just where we can afford to at that level.
It's a lot of the league.
Exactly.
I agree.
We can afford 2 at them level. Do you know what I mean? Because I say a fair price for him right now would be 70. But
70, yeah. You're looking at that price, that ballpark there, 70 million.
And then can we go and get a Stiller? If Stiller's what, 50? 50 or something?
Depends if they give
him. I'm just worried about him because of how he's been playing at Forest. And when I say that, I'm talking about how they play with the low block, especially under Nuno, and how he's going to play on the short dash. It's a lot more off the ball work than on the ball work. That's where my concern lies. It's a complete change. Obviously, we know Amorim plays crap football, but the expectation of a Manchester United midfielder, you expect it to not only do off the ball stuff, on the ball stuff as well. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's where my concern lies.
Yeah.
But maybe if we had competent midfielders, we might be able to.
With our midfield, that's one thing I'll get. Whether that's Amorim or whoever, I said it before. Don't play through our midfield. That's smart. If you are going to persist with Casemiro and Bruno, don't play out the back.
But it doesn't help when it's like a build-up play. You have to launch the ball out wide, win the second ball, then it goes inside. It's tiring.
Again, there lies the problem with this manager. He's just creating problems that are not there. Because, like as pointed out, you have a midfielder there who can do that. Mado's in our midfield. I'm saying, all right, even though I don't look at him as a central midfielder, I don't think that's him at all. But at least he's capable of playing the role and can do that. Play him there. But we know the manager's not going to. So,
yeah, absolutely. But I think Casemiro's been positive though. I can't lie to you. His turn of form. He scored, I think, 3 goals so far this season. You know what I mean? And you know what, man? I can't lie. I'm very, very happy with Casemiro lately. Whether it continue, my worry with Casemiro is that are we going to see a crash out in Casemiro? Like, can he maintain this? Are we overplaying him? Are we? I don't know. Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there will be a time when he will burn out.
I don't think he'll burn out because it's 1 game a week.
Yeah, I still think he
I think for the first time, when's the last time in Casemiro's career he's been at a club playing 1 game a week?
Never.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he is a bit older now. He's a bit older now.
How old is he? 33.
He's 33. 33.
I think Casemiro is fine playing 1 game a week. Now,
but once you get into these games coming up after the international break, where you got 2 games a week, we
got 2 games a week coming up.
Yeah, bro.
Christmas and all that. Yeah.
Around Christmas, bro.
Right, Christmas is different, but overall, we're not going to. So, like I'm saying, from the overall standpoint for the season, I think he's fine. Yes, I think he's fine. Now, I'm going to check our fixture. Let's go on. Carry on, Saeed.
I just think for me, it's like, we're happy with how he's going right now, but you still got to think in the back of your mind, like, there will be a drop off. I think naturally with players, you get me, like, you might see a drop off with Mbumo. It's how you manage it, bro. Bro, even you're looking at Saka right now. Saka's not producing to the highest quality level. I know he's coming back from injury, but it's natural. Players drop off. You know what I mean? In the Premier League, you know what I mean? They just drop off. So you got to be mindful because then I'm thinking, Ugarte is going to come back in because it's not going to be Mainu. You know, and Mainu could go out on loan. Who knows? You know what I mean? It could be a possibility. Mainu could go out on loan.
The problem is as well, though. We shouldn't be relying on a 33-year-old every week.
That's what I was saying, yeah.
A 33-year-old every week. That shouldn't be where we are. Like, and it's not his fault. And yes, he still shows that class of what's made him one of the best midfielders, especially in Europe for the last 10, 15 years, whatever. But yeah, we shouldn't be relying on him. And it's so negligent. And listen, Safi mentioned it then, he's not going to play in the midfield, otherwise Mainu would be playing, but he clearly doesn't trust one of the best, for me, one of the most talented youth products we've had for many, many, many years. And also, you have to remember, Ugarte's one of his previous players. He can't get a sniff.
Remember, he said he's not the same Ugarte that he had, though. Remember, he said
well, that's bullshit then, isn't it? Like, what do you mean? Like, what? Whose fault's that? Whose fault's that? Who sold him to PSG? You. So who's changed him? You changed him. It's not our fault. It's not our fault,
mate. It's not the same. He said it's not the same. But yeah, I was just looking at our fixture. Yeah, you might have to rest him, like the odd game. But other than that, I think Casemiro for the season will be fine. I don't worry about him in regards to it's the team around him. When I say the team, the system around him, I don't worry about him from an individual standpoint. If
you know what?
You know what? That's a lot of our better players that I don't worry. Like you just mentioned in Bremo, I don't worry about him. I just worry about the system around him and what's gonna go on. That's where I'm at with it. But
I worry about a lot of things with this team.
No,
maybe the manager, but most of them are the manager. Most of my issues with this team, a large proportion, are the manager. If we had a good manager, then I'd be like, all right, cool. I'm like, at least the manager can make up for the deficiencies of certain players, even if he played favorites and had players that weren't good. No one in the Premier League has a perfect squad. Like people want us to have it. This ain't FIFA.
I agree. I think everyone's got problems. Yeah, I look at
everybody has some form of problems, some more than others. Even Arsenal, who've been playing well, I mentioned it earlier, them from an attacking standpoint, and they have attackers. But how come they don't score like that from open play? There's a reason for that. That's something on Arteta to figure out. Same way City. Everyone spoke in depth coming into the season about City's defense.
Yeah, I think it's tight, man. Like I said, we're on 17 points right now. You know what I mean? It could have been on 19 points. It is what it is.
Title charge, Saeed, yeah? You know what you're going to say?
No, I'm not saying it's a title charge, but
last week, mate. Last week, he was edging. He was edging last week.
Off the cliff, yo. Saeed, you was ready, man. You had the title charge cape on, man.
You was ready. I was here.
You was ready, man.
You in.
Don't do that.
I reined you in last week.
Yeah, you
this
did.
League is mad, though, man.
You're a bad virgin, man. Try to set man up.
2 points, yeah. So you got. I know it's early on, but we are a quarter away from the season, right? You got 19 points for Manchester City, right? All the way down, you got to look at here. Like 4 points separates from 11th to 2nd, man.
Jeez.
Mad. It's absolutely mad, bro. Obviously, we went down a few spots and whatnot. But yeah, man, in terms of like our targets, it's gonna be top 4, top 5. Actually, you don't think it is possible, but I do believe like
it's not sustainable. This football.
It's not. I'm with Ash. Throw me in that mix. Not with him.
No.
I still think we can get top 5.
Not with Amorim.
I still think we can.
Wait. You two think we can finish top 4 with Amorim?
Yeah,
with the way the league is at this season, yeah.
With the way the league is, yeah, I agree. I think so, yeah.
I don't see it.
How many games we played already? 10 games, and you expect it to turn around in the next 29 games? You're expecting us to 28 games. You're expecting us to completely change our football and start dominating games.
But look where we are. Though.
What, 8th?
But not 8th. 2 points off 3rd. Or 2 points to be 3rd. We're not a million. No, we're only
not a million miles away, man.
We're only 3 points off City.
Points-wise, we are not. But you know what? This reminds me of Ollie finishing 2nd.
Yeah, but can we just remember as well?
I'm not asked about that.
Well, no. I'm saying it reminds me of that when if you just look at it blanket, if you don't know anything about football and don't know about Amorim what's been going on, and you look at Manchester United where they're at and you go, ain't that bad? You're 2 points off 2nd with 10 games gone. But we know it's more in depth. Same way with Ollie, if you would have looked at that table and went, you finished 2nd, why do you want him gone? Finish 2nd in the league.
Why do you want him gone? It's the only reason why you can stay.
Remember last year, Ten Hag was 4 points off top 4. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That's why this Tottenham game is so crucial, man.
But the thing is, I think we'll do terrible. I actually think we'll win that.
The thing is, Ash, he's staying. So you might as well get.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I've got standard watching United. I'm not watching a 5-back at Old Trafford. Do you know what I mean? It pains me every single time that 2 in the midfield getting destroyed. Like, who
do you think's better than us then? Ash, go on, tell me who's better than us.
Who's better than us? Well, City are better as Liverpool. Obviously, Spurs, Chelsea.
Spurs are better than us. Spurs are better than us this season.
Spurs are not better than us. For me, no.
Spurs are not better than us this season. No way.
Well, we'll see. We'll see next week. But
we will next week.
Yeah.
I think some of them will.
Bournemouth are better than us.
I think Villa on the day. I think Newcastle on the day.
I think Palace are better than us.
Yeah, I think Palace potentially.
I'd agree with that. Outside of Spurs, yes, I think the rest of everyone else he's mentioned are better than us. I throw Villa and Newcastle in that too.
But we are in the mix with them all. They're not far away.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. They are. But I expect I expect us, not even them. I expect us to implode.
They've got better managers.
Yeah,
they know how to win games. Yeah. They know how to get over the line. You look at Glasner, you look at Eddie Howe, do you know what I mean? You look at Iraola, you look at those managers. They've proven and shown now over the last 18 months that the managers, they know what to do. Do you know what I mean? You know, as our managers.
Because you know what's crazy? This is kind of where I expect us to be. I said 9th before the season started.
Yeah, about 8th, 9th.
I think if the way the league is going this season, 8th and 9th is not good enough. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't get me wrong. No.
I
hear you, Double A. I don't think it's good enough. That's just where I think we end up. I'm not happy with it. That's just where I think we end up under this guy.
I also think. See the difference between us and.
What do you mean? Whoa! What do you mean, Saeed? Boy,
I can't do that. I can't have another 8.
I don't want to do it either. I don't want to be sat here saying this shit.
That's what we're doing. That's what's happening. We gotta get used to it. Do you know what I mean? That's our mode of operation. Do you know what I mean? That's what we are.
Chelsea have got issues, man.
Yes,
why
they have issues.
You know, why
Chelsea can figure them out. He's got a squad big enough to do it.
And also, what Chelsea have on their day is they have some of the best players in the league in certain positions. When you look at Palmer, Caicedo,
I think midfield and right back and left back. That's it.
No, but that's the position I'm talking about. If you have one of the best left, if we do a Premier League 11 right now, the 4 players we've just spoke about all get shouts. That can carry you to a top 4, top 5.
Also, the difference is we're maxing out right now. We're maxing out. Villa and Newcastle, Eddie Howe and Unai Emery, they're going to figure it out. Do you know what I mean? They're not going to be suffering and struggling like this. Continuing on.
They've got distractions though. Europa League, Champions League.
Sometimes those are good distractions. You find players informed. Do you know what I mean? You're able to bring players into the league and start playing them more.
Weren't Villa in Europe last year?
Yeah,
Villa. Yes.
And where did they finish last year?
Champions League, though, isn't it? Champions League.
So they're in the Europa League this year, right?
Sorry, Europa League. Thursday football is a different sort of kind of dynamic.
Yeah, but Unai Emery is an expert at Thursday football. Do you know what I mean? He knows what he's doing there.
Yeah, I hear you, but I look at it. I can't lie to you. For me, if I'm looking at the league table, I'm not having them teams finish above us. I'm just not having it, bro. I think the only problem I'd say, is that I believe when I look at the bench, even though I do believe Amorim should have brought on Xerxes, Mainu, whatever, I still don't look at someone who's going to change the game in a different way. You feel me? Like Mason Mount, is he going to change the game in a different way? Is he going to be something like, say, for example, I don't know, like I'm trying to look at another team here that might be different to what we do. Someone else that could maybe come on the bench here and provide a little bit of something.
You're looking for a different, but
different option.
You chose to keep these guys. Mount to your guy. Use him. Mayno's all right. He's not your guy.
I agree, but then I'm asking you though. Do you still believe they're good though? That's what I'm saying.
Well, I believe Mayno and Xerxes could have changed the game against Forest. Yes.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that.
I think those over the long run, yes. At any given moment, if we're struggling from an offensive standpoint, and I don't think there's a game Mayno and Xerxes can't impact. It doesn't mean they necessarily will. They might join and be worse than the attackers in front. My point is, try it. Give them 30 minutes.
That's it. You'll never know unless you fucking tried. You know what I mean? You never know unless you try.
When Xerxes performs, it's in particular Mayno at certain points. We've seen what the Lyon game, even though it's Europa League, we watch what he did in that game.
Yeah.
So why could he not do something similar? I get way to Nottingham Forest. Try.
Also, he's destroying the confidence of his squad, his teams, the players sat on the bench thinking, "Come on, get me on. I can do something here." And instead, he's saying to him, "Nah, I've not got confidence in you." What he should be doing is, right, go prove me wrong. I don't believe you. I've got confidence in you. Go prove me wrong. Go do it on the field now. Go change the game. Go affect the game. Instead, he's not doing it. He's ignoring him. He's leaving him. Do you know what I mean? And all it's doing, it's going to foster bad sentiment around the squad. These players are going to be frustrated. You're going to see Mason Mount, Kobe Mainu already, you can see he's pushing and he's edging towards the door. That's not good to have around the squad. It's about managing your team and managing your squad, and he's not doing that well right now. How much Xerxes feel there consistently? We see him. I sit on the south stand, so I see him warm up every time. He gives everything in his warm up. Do you know what I mean? He celebrates everything. He's there. He's ready to come on. Now, maybe he's not the answer, but I know that when he's on the field, he's gonna do something. Do you know what I mean? He's and if he doesn't, then okay, you can go, well, he's not good enough. At least the manager tried. Instead of just same old, and that's where we're at with this manager. He's not going to affect change. He's not going to affect the games enough this season. That's going to get us those wins, like the Nottingham Forest game, a team that who were bottom going into that game. You know, he's not gone out there and gone and won it and gone and earned those points. Instead, he celebrated. You know, you've heard him and Burmo say, "Well, we've got a draw." Do you know what I mean? Well, at least we got a draw. It's like that was a win. We needed to win those games. We need to win if we want to be anywhere near Europe this season. We have to win those games.
You know what we can't be doing as well, Ash, is losing 2 players in January because
that's massive, man.
That's massive.
Manu and Xerxes are desperate to be at the World Cup. Don't forget, it's a World Cup year. Those two are going to be desperate to get a string of games and going to play some regular football to get into the World Cup squad. So there could potentially be pushing, and then you look at it like, can we keep 2 negative influences around that are desperate to leave because I'm not going to play them? So you have to let them go. We can't afford, because they're not going to go and replace them. And we know that. The club aren't going to go and get 2 players in to replace Xerxes and Manu. And if they push hard enough, the club will have to give them what they want. So it's on the manager now. It's on the manager now, from now till January, to start getting these players playing some minutes and actually trying different things when the game's not going your way, when you're banging your head against a brick wall because the players you're desperate to get something out of or hoping or wishing aren't doing it. You need to bring players on to come in. Look, mate, the best example I can show of Manu coming on and do something was when I know we got beaten the game, but when he come on against City, we had a competent midfielder. He looked by far our best player, and we've barely seen him since. And it's like, it can't be that he's a shit trainer, because I'm not having that, because we've heard that one before, how good they are in training. Do you know what I mean? So why is he not playing it? I just don't understand why. It's not because he's my favourite or anything like that, or because he's from the. It's because he's from the academy.
Well, you don't have to say all that, mate. We all see the quality of Kobbie Mainoo. Do you know what I mean? We all see he's starting in the Euro finals. Do you know what I mean? The goals against Liverpool, last minute goals against Wolves. Do you know what I mean? Big game player, and for a young kid to just be like left in the wilderness now, not being given a chance, it's madness.
I've kind of given up on the whole Mainoo situation, man. I just think for me, he don't rate him. He don't fancy him. It is what it is, man. Like, I don't think there's even more.
But do you back that, Saeed? Do you back the fact that he don't rate him?
I don't back it. Of course, I don't. I think Mainoo should be starting, but I genuinely think, like, I just, like, at the point when he was about to leave, I was like, yo, like, I mean, I'm fuming. But now I just expect it. You just expect it. You don't get disappointed. So expect Mainoo not to start. Expect Mainoo not to come on. And it is what it is. If he leaves in January, it is what it is. I can't really say much more because I feel like the manager clearly doesn't fancy him. He prefers Ugarte ahead of him. And right now, he's maybe set a standard in his head, the manager, where he believes, you know what? He doesn't feel like, we can get the best out of him. And yeah, like Steffi said there, we don't play through midfield. So what's the point of playing Mainoo anyway? Is there a point in playing Mainoo when we don't play through our midfield? You can't drive with the ball. Is there a point?
No, you know why there's a point? Because then you can play through your midfield if he's there. And it gives you 2 options. Because you can only go long.
We're not playing it. We're not playing it.
No, we're not. Or you can put Saeed, that can change. The manager can change that.
I don't think
he won't. But can he? No. He won't. But can you? Yes. The manager go, all right, every time one of you centre backs get the ball, pass it into Mainoo. Mainoo, make yourself available. Why is that not plausible? Why is that not plausible? That's a very plausible.
He's never done it before.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he needs to go, because his manager an idiot. But
he's not going. He's not going.
If he carries on performing the way he's performing, he'll leave. You might don't think he's gonna get sacked.
Nah, no way.
No, man. Right, that's why I'm kind of like.
You might think we're gonna go on a winning run.
No, I just think for me, he's staying. I
don't think they'll sack him, bro.
No,
so man, I think they'll sack him when we don't get Europe. Once we don't get Europe, then they'll sack him.
This all sounds well and good. Like I said before, man.
You don't need to face the reality. He's not going anywhere.
He's not going anywhere, bro.
He is. I'm fully aware. I am fully.
They're not keeping him when he doesn't get Europe.
I'm fully based. I'm not.
He didn't get Europe last year. He didn't get Europe last year. He was.
This season they've backed him. They've hoped
worst ever.
If you don't even get Europe, I'm telling you now, he's here. Even if United don't make Europe.
All right, cool. Wait till they see that. Wait till they see that red in the back.
Yeah, that's why
Amorim out here doing damage control. I'm not Amorim. Ratcliffe was out here doing damage control when we was on that run. It's like when your girl catches you cheating and you start posting her up on your stories and on your Instagram and shit. That's what happened there. You out here trying to do damage control What other owners do you see sitting down with interview talking about I'm backing the manager and this, that, and the third? Why are you telling us? Because you know he's going through the shit. Fortunately, for Amorim, this is United.
Ratcliffe loves the sound of his own voice, bro. He's been doing interviews since he come in, bro.
We haven't seen him all season. When did we see him? From West before that interview.
Gary Neville.
And when was that? Start at the end of last season. But so
yeah, the back end of last season, and then he's done one in. It was last month, so it was October.
Yeah, start of the season.
I know damage control when I see it. That's a man that's panicking because he didn't even believe the shit he was saying.
He loves the sound of his own voice.
All this patience and yo, we're gonna be time and tranquil and United and all right, man.
It come out in an athletic thing piece.
He has to though. He's not gonna say he's gonna sack him
because that's not even Radcliffe saying it. It's obviously It's obviously PR from the club.
Yeah.
Who was it? Was it Andy Mitten? It's gone to Andy Mitten.
Yeah,
I'm telling you now, they're laying the foundations for you to know this manager is not going anywhere. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, I agree.
These losses, man. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely not the end of this season. End of next season, maybe, or in the middle of next season.
Maybe
he will be here till the end. He'll get the summer. 100%.
I don't think he gets that. I don't think he makes it to the summer. I trust him to be that shit, and we're losing games. Let's lose 3 in a row.
I trust him to be that shit. I also trust these owners to be fucking shitbags.
I think they are, yes, and they've proven that. I do agree with that.
I don't trust anything about him.
I don't trust anything about him either, but I just think it will get to a point where it's like, because these men will fold. You seen it. I know damage control when you see it. That's damn, like I said, man. Yo, your girl caught you cheating. You posted it all up on your story and that, and all on your grab pin photo and all them things. Damage control. That's what man was doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give him 3 years.
That's why for me it's like one of them words. Like I've got my focus on Ineos in it really, and what their kind of plans are for Man United, because Amorim's going to still be here in it, and he's got the season to prove that he can get in the top 5. You feel me? From my own point of view, he gets another season. For me personally, where I was at the end of the season, be like, you know what, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, people are maybe right to give him time because they believe that this season, in their eyes, was the quote unquote real season to judge Ruben Amorim. Therefore, he got top 5 with that squad. So I'm like,
are you talking about the board or are you talking about fans when you say that?
No, fans in general. When they say,
fans don't believe. They do it on a game by game basis. Because after we lost to Grimsby, no one was saying, "Hey, where's their apologies?" Amorim's going to do this. Amorim's going to do that.
Even though I do believe, like, if he was to get top 4, top 5, I'd still get rid of him. But if it would, I don't
think we getting top 4, top 5. I genuinely don't want him.
Of course not, because you think our highlight of the season was Liverpool game.
So you said, of course last season. Last season. Remember. Flawless, man. Top 6 last season, bro. Remember that whole top 6 last season, man.
Yeah, 100%. And I called it wrong. Same way I called Ten Hag spot on the season before he got sacked. Same way I said Amorim, we're not doing anything under him as well. Call both. Same way I spoke on here about Ineos.
We need to get to Europe. Amorim has said it himself.
More often than not, when I start talking about Manchester United, I'm right. Yes, I did call the top 6 wrong. Ten Hag I called spot on. Amorim I called spot on. Remember Ineos best in class and all this rubbish. Called that spot on as well. Yeah. I remember the conversations that we was having on here about Amorim, especially after the Arsenal game. And then what happened? Fulham and Grimsby. And it was radio silence.
True. I look at it and I'm like, there's talented players out there. 1 game a week as well. I think for me, I don't think why we can't do the whole top 4, top 5 situation.
The
manager. It's not the players. Yeah. It's not, why when I spoke about it last time I thought, this manager, the players are there. This manager is going to be good enough to complement that. And he turned out to be horrendous. It's not a player issue why I don't think we can finish top 4 or top 5.
But do you think it could be a manager issue for Maresca? It kind of came out as well. You know what I mean? Right?
No, because I think Maresca is a better manager than him.
Not just that. If Maresca goes on a bad run, he's getting sacked and he's getting replaced, and then all of a sudden the club resets and they start performing again.
I think Maresca is a better. I don't rate Maresca super highly, but I think he's one of the worst managers in the league. Take out the side you got promoted, because I don't know enough about them so the other 16 teams in the league. Who is he better than? Legit. Is he top 10?
Yeah.
I don't think he's top 10.
Would I take Maresca? I don't know, man.
I wouldn't take Maresca, but I think Maresca's better. But it's like now we're talking about Manchester United's midfield. When someone says, "Oh, this midfield is better than what you have," that's not tough. It's not about having better than what you have. It's about having a certain quality. Would I want Maresca? No.
Is the worst manager in the league? It's based off midfield, because I don't think another manager in this league plays Bruno as an 8. I generally don't think another manager does it.
No, I agree.
No.
I think every other manager realizes that's not where he plays. So that straight away makes him the worst. Because it's something. Yeah. I mean, it's a square peg in a round hole, and everyone can see it. Like, teams actually pinpoint that as a weakness for Manchester United and go for it.
Like,
how does the manager not see that? How does the manager not see that that's the problem for Manchester United in the midfield?
Legit just looked at, well, it is ridiculous. Legit just looked at the Premier League now, and I'm like, who is he actually better than?
Yeah, man.
Like I said, take out the promoted sides, take out Burnley, take out Leeds, take out Sunderland. Who in the Premier League?
I put Sunderland in there, to be honest with you.
I just don't know enough about their manager, so I can't really comment. Yeah. I'm just talking. I know more about the other managers in the league who have been here. Like, who is he better? Like, he ain't better than Hertzler.
I think that Hertzler's on. I can't lie to you, man. I think he's a bit overrated, that manager, man. I'll be real.
Forget whether he's overrated or not, but that's a different conversation. Is Amorim a better manager than Hertzler? Does Amorim go to Brighton
based on positions last season? No.
This is what I'm saying. Does Amorim go to Brighton and do what Hertzler did?
No.
I mean,
did they play the football they do?
Do you know what? Do you know what? That I have to say, you don't know, right? Only because Brighton are set up to get the best out of the managers. Because
that's true. That's very true.
What's he called? I was going to call him Brian Potter then, but that's Phoenix Knights. Graham Potter is great. Brian Potter came to my head, bro. I don't know why. Graham Potter was seen as this great manager.
Yeah, he was.
Brighton, and he's failed everywhere.
And he failed at Chelsea. He failed at Chelsea, failed at West Ham, and still had a higher win rate than Amorim.
Well, and then obviously De Zerbi coming. De Zerbi is a good manager. Don't get me wrong. He's obviously doing his thing at Marseille. But again, the transition was seamless. Hertzler's come in. The transition, you would say, is almost. And he did. I believe he did well in Germany as well. He got a team promoted to the Bundesliga. I can't remember the name of the team, Hertzler, but he got a team promoted from Bundesliga to the Bundesliga. The point is that I'm making is we're here talking about, is he better than Hertzler and Maresca? Two managers we don't rate highly. We should be talking about, is he better than the best managers in the league? No.
Is he up there with Pep? Is he up there with whoever you think? Is he up there with Inzaghi or Flick or Ancelotti or whoever you put in that crop? Is he up there with Enrique? Talking about, is he better than Marco Silva?
Marco Silva, do you remember the game against him? He's like, I figured him out. I figured what to do. He got Wolby saying, I know how to play against him. Do you know what I mean?
Is he better than Marco? Fulham manager, respectfully?
No, he's not. He's not.
Nah, Marco Silva, he's awful, man. I can't lie to you.
But you think Amorim's a better manager than Marco Silva?
But that's not the question, Saeed.
I'm asking you a question, Saeed. Do you think Amorim's a better manager than Marco Silva?
Do you think he gets Fulham playing?
Of course not, because he didn't finish.
Okay, then. So now you understand where mine and
I still think a lot of these managers that you mentioned, I
don't think they're great. The only great manager I think that's actually in the league is currently right now is Pep in terms of great. I think there's some good managers.
Hold on for a second, because we got this. But Saeed, so what makes you believe that we can finish top then? Top 4, top 5?
I think the players we've got.
So individual FC, like Moments FC, that's what we got to do.
And also the fact that me and Double A were saying, like, in terms of the table and the players, the teams around us, we see flaws in our game, but I think there are flaws in their game as well. So we just don't focus on that. We focus on ours, don't we? But I think what they have isn't as much as what we've got. Do you get it? Like, I feel like it's going to go up and down.
Saeed, you think the players are good enough to carry a manager who you think is...
No, there's got to be a bit of tactical element involved.
But you think he's like...
You think
he's like
the...
You think he's like the 17th, 16th best manager in the league, and you think these players are good enough to carry that manager to top?
Yeah, because I feel like the league I'm not saying it's overrated yet, but teams
Yeah,
are
it's not the
beating
best in
him.
quality.
Like,
It's
for
open.
example,
It's open. That's the way.
It's open, yeah.
Oh,
It's
I agree with that. Yeah,
and I feel like this year more than ever with the one game a week here, because we're not having to prioritize both competitions, that will help Man United because the guys that are in there, i.e. Newcastle, i.e. Villa, i.e. Crystal Palaces, all them teams that I think are trying to get that top 6, top 5, yeah, they've all got all the priorities this season. And I think United might be a bit more.
Have we played any of them 3 this year?
So this is our next 5, yeah. This is our next 5 fixtures.
Who did he mention?
Newcastle, Villa, or Palace?
No, they're in December. They're doing. So we've got Tottenham, Everton, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Wolves. These are winnable fixtures, man. Apart from maybe Crystal Palace away, the rest of them, United should be winning, man.
Are they winnable fixtures or should we be winning?
Good today, bro.
Hey, Saeed, let me ask you. That's 2 different things, Saeed. Winnable games, we should be winning. Which one is it? That's 2 different things.
We should be beat. I think we need to beat Tottenham, and I think we will beat Tottenham. We should be beating Everton. We will. It'll be a struggle.
I don't know where your confidence comes from with Everton. You know.
Come on, man.
I don't know where your confidence comes from.
What do you mean?
No, because Moyes doesn't beat that. Just
man. Moyes no, man. Come on, man.
Against bigger teams, so-called bigger teams, Moyes is horrendous.
So I get it. You don't rate the manager, but come on, we got to believe.
All right, so we just beat Everton. I didn't say
no. Hold on.
Those are all losable fixtures.
Go back to the first game. Why are you so confident against Spurs, bro? I don't get that.
Spurs are awful. That's why.
Spurs are awful.
Yeah.
Spurs away.
Awful at home as well.
Away though.
Away.
No, Spurs,
we don't win that.
Spurs at home are awful.
I agree.
We don't win that. Wrong.
That's the get. They look at what happened yesterday. They're up for that. They're up for that next Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they will be, but it doesn't matter.
They know. I think it does because I think their midfield's better than ours, and I think they play for the midfield. I think they beat us.
My thing is, I just don't know, man. If we're saying that we can't beat these teams, then bloody hell.
No, we're not saying we can't. No.
Can we lose against them?
No. To what you said, Saeed, they are winnable fixtures. Yes, it's about the confidence going into it. I've not seen what you've seen to be confident going saying 110%
amazing. So in that regards, we've lost 1 game at home, so our home form has been good. So therefore,
who have we played at home? Who have we played at home?
Brighton. We played Burnley.
Yeah.
We played Chelsea.
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Okay, and there's one more. We played Sunderland, right?
Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah, so we played 2 championship sides. All right, so we played 2. Arsenal, we lost. All right,
my confidence is not based on. This is what I'm trying to say. You look, I don't get what you're.
I'm just trying to realize, see where it's from to try and
he's trying to get on your level. What he's trying to say is he's trying to get on your level of delusion. Because
here's what it is,
bro. We can't be confident against these teams.
Here's what it is. But Saeed, like you mentioned, our home record. Arsenal, all right, cool. They've been the best team, most consistent team in the league. Played 2 championship sides and a side that haven't beat us in a decade at our place. So the good home record to me, I look at it and go, Chelsea, they traveled terrible to Old Trafford and we beat 2 championship sides.
Yeah, but then
Brighton was the one. Brighton's a good.
Sunderland beat Chelsea though. Sunderland did beat Chelsea.
Sunderland did beat Chelsea, 100%. But they're still.
Chelsea.
Wait, Saeed. If Sunderland were on the list, you'd be talking about him like you're talking about Everton.
No, but I think for me, apart from, let's say, for example, the top 6 here. Hold on a minute. Apart from, let's say, for example, the top 6, United, we should be looking at these kind of games and saying, yo, we must and we will beat Everton, bro. Like, I'm not going into game thinking, but Everton are all right,
okay, we beat Everton, but Palace away.
I'm not giving them the respect. I'm not giving Everton the respect.
No, it's not about giving them the respect, Saeed. I don't trust us.
But Everton. Listen, Foz. Give him Everton. Everton's okay. Yeah, we can be. But Palace away. I
didn't say Palace. I didn't say Palace.
You didn't say Palace away.
I didn't say Palace will be tricky.
Saeed, you get misunderstood when I'm talking about not going into games confident. It's not the opposition per se. It's us.
I agree.
We've won 2 games in a row. We've won 2 games in a row once in 12 months.
I agree.
You don't understand why I have
18
reservations.
18 months,
I'm not saying,
18
by the way,
months.
these predictions,
Yeah.
you know me, I don't trust Amorim, yeah? But I'm saying to you, Everton at home, I'm expected to win. Crystal Palace will be tough. West Ham at home, I'm expected to win. Wolves, who have been shocking this season, I'm expected to win.
New manager, though. We don't know what Wolves are going to look like.
Yeah, and Wolves away is always tough for us.
Hey, Gary O'Neill, man.
Gary O'Neill, new manager, man.
Right, Saeed, so according to you, this is so away at Spurs, home to Everton. So the only tricky one you're saying is Palace. So you're looking 4 out of 5.
Yes.
Okay.
12 points out of 15.
Like, what? Like, bro, we lost.
Just hold on a minute. I love
3
that,
wins.
though.
Yeah. The thing is, Saeed, you
Yeah, but no. You know
hold on. No. Saeed, because you're going, we must. When have United in the last 18 months to 2 years, when have they ever musted? When have they ever musted? Ever?
When they gave this guy a brand new attack, they gave him the trust and they gave him the confidence to say, you know what, this season, because at the end of the day, yeah, we're not having.
You saying we must, but you saying we must doesn't mean that we're going to, does it?
No, we should, and we will go.
Everton, I agree with you. Everton, I agree with you because you're all saying Spurs are so shit.
I believe you.
They went to their ground and beat them.
We should have beaten bottom of the table, Forest.
I agree with Everton. I think we'll batter Everton. To be honest with you, I think we'll beat them.
We can't say hold a minute. We can't say
it'll be a 2-3-0.
Yeah. No, but I'm sorry, but we can't have this argument saying the standards have fallen and Amorim Inners have dropped the standards, but then we can't expect to beat these teams.
Again, expect and what I think. Again, you're getting it misunderstood.
Yeah.
And what I think, my prediction are 2 different things.
So you won't predict United to win them games?
My prediction, no, I don't predict us to win 4 out of our next 5.
Okay.
No.
Okay, let's
you hold on. I'm gonna take you hold on a minute, because if
I've caught you out now.
If we win for, I've caught you out. They'll say you can't catch me. I caught you. If we win 4 out of our 5, that means we won. If you add 4 out of our next 5, that means we would have won 8 of our last 10 at this point.
Okay, forget that. But you're thinking about
no. We ain't just forgetting.
You're thinking about how we would look. No. This is the problem, though. What you're doing, Flawless, here. What you're doing is you're thinking too ahead of. Right, if Amorim wins all these games, yeah, that means he must be a good manager, and therefore I don't know. I'm not saying you're going to change your mind yet, but you think it's incomprehensible that a manager that you don't rate can win all these games. But I'm letting you know, you've just said we're beating Tottenham, right?
Yeah, I think we beat Spurs, yes.
So, okay, what's the Everton game going to be?
Yeah, I think we beat Everton, yes.
Okay, Crystal Palace, I said it's going to be a drop points for me.
Yeah, Crystal Palace will be tough. I think we drop points at Palace, yes.
Okay, do you think we beat West Ham?
No,
we should do.
I don't think we beat West Ham.
We should do that. We should do.
Flawless.
Everton, Everton is a harder game than West Ham.
Exactly. What are you doing here, Flawless? Everton is a harder game.
I don't think we beat. Did you watch West Ham today?
Brother, it was an awful Newcastle team. I don't think it was as.
Are we better than Newcastle? Wait. Are we better than Newcastle? No. Answer the question. Are we better than Newcastle? It's an awful Newcastle side. Are we better than Newcastle?
On our day, I think so.
On our day, there we go.
On our day, yeah.
Well, yeah, depends what day is.
Say game week 14 is not on our day. It's an off day. Let's say it's an off.
How have you said? How have you said that? Everton, do you believe West Ham are a better team than Everton?
No.
So therefore, why did you say that we can beat Everton but not beat West Ham?
Because I think West Ham will go for it at our place more than Everton will do.
What?
That's what? Yeah. With Grealish and that.
You man just mentioned about Moyes. Wait. Hold on.
I do like West Ham's attack a bit more than Everton's, though. You got Paqueta.
No. It's not about you. Man just mentioned that Moyes don't go for it against the big sides. You man just said that just before.
I think he does.
Moyes doesn't. Moyes is a choker against bigger teams.
Hold up.
Against United, he does.
You man just said that Moyes was alright. So it was Saeed who said it. So Saeed, you just said Moyes don't go for it against big sides.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
So who's one of you said that? Now everyone knows. No one knows.
It wasn't me. I'm not going to speak for anyone. Right now, what I'm saying to you is that how can you tell me with the Everton team, we have Grealish, yeah? They have Tyler Dibblin.
I'm not saying for sure. Go on.
Brother,
Tyler Dibblin don't play like that.
Do you know what? No, do you know what, brother? Before we get to Everton, yeah, leave Everton out of it. Because you think we can beat Spurs away, but then lose to West Ham at home?
Yeah, exactly.
That's even worse.
Who said lose? Where did I say that?
You said
even true.
I didn't say no. I didn't say lose. No, I didn't say
all right. Okay.
We drop points to West Ham. Why are you man so confident that we can't drop points to West Ham? or Everton or
Because
Palace
the
or
shit.
Wolves?
No,
Why can't? What are we?
Everton, I think we
Whoa,
can.
whoa,
Everton,
whoa, whoa,
no.
What are we?
No.
This is
Hold up.
crazy.
Hold on a minute.
Everton,
Hold on
I
a
think-
minute.
Everton, I
Hold
think
on a
we
minute.
can.
What are we? How are we calling anyone shit? What are
we are
Manchester
not as
United?
shit as West Ham. We are not as shit as West Ham. That's
We're
why.
not.
Yeah, and we've dropped
We're
West
other
Ham
teams.
are
We're not as shit
West
as-
Ham are awful this season.
We're not as shit as other teams either. Are we? You know what I'm saying? Are we better than Fulham? Are we better than Fulham?
We're better than yes, we are better than
Okay,
Fulham.
and what happened when we played Fulham?
No, but that was to be fair, we should have won the game. We should have won the game.
No. I asked the
We should have
simple
won the
question.
game.
If we're doing that, we're better than them. We should beat them.
At home,
We're better than Fulham.
away from home. That's away from home. At home,
away, whatever the case.
Yeah,
So now it changes.
we don't lose to West Ham at home. We don't lose to West Ham.
I didn't say we lose the game.
All right, we don't drop
No, but we
points.
can lose to
points
them
then.
I'm
we
just
don't
saying
drop
it's not a
We don't
definite
drop points
win.
at home.
That's my
It is a
point.
def-
Is
it
I'm
is
just
a-
saying
that
it's
is a definite win.
win.
That's the
I
only game
disagree.
that's a banker. That's the only game that's a banker.
Banker. I don't think
Yeah.
there's no bankers with Manchester United.
That game against West Ham at home is a
There's
banker.
no bankers with Manchester
100%.
United. Why? Where are we getting this from? With that we have bankers. Where?
Yeah,
No, it's
Grimsby
a
was a
banker,
banker,
bro.
wasn't it?
Because
Where is
I'm looking at West Ham. That West Ham are the worst team in the league.
If we win 4 out of this next 5,
Other
that is
than Wolves.
title winning form.
Yeah, but the thing is, that we're not. Don't be focusing on that. Just look at the
No,
actual
why
game.
not focus?
No, because what you're doing is you're determining an outcome. But I'm
Go
letting you
on,
know,
what
like,
am I doing?
don't
Go
look
on,
at, like,
hit me.
what the analysis of the outcome. I'm just letting you
Yeah.
know, right? Them games there. So okay, you're on West Ham. Yeah, you said drop points at West Ham.
No, I said it's not unfathomable. I didn't say. I just said we definitely don't win that game. That's what I said. I never
No, but
said
do
we'll
you-
win.
Saeed, I thought we
you
stopped
win that
doing this 5 games in the future stuff last
No,
season.
no,
Do you know what I mean? We
You
were
know
that's
what? It makes it's bad. It's bad.
No,
Hey,
that's the
I've not
question.
even got the chat open, and I know they're entertained. The point is, I'm making is I don't know where the confidence comes from that we definitely beat anybody.
It's not based on confidence. It's based on the fact that
So what-
them
so
teams
what's
there.
it
beat
based
that.
on?
So why do you think we beat Spurs then? Flawless.
For Spurs are that bad. They are absolutely dreadful.
because we should beat Spurs.
Oh,
We
West
should
Ham.
beat
But
Spurs.
what West Ham? But what
Yo,
West Ham?
they are the performance. West Ham have been performing poorly, but that performance West Ham
West
put
Ham
in
were
today
worse.
against Newcastle. Wait. I'll answer your question. The performance West Ham put in today against Newcastle, Spurs haven't played that well all season. Spurs have been fooling people like we have performance-wise. Their performances have been dreadful. Did you not see that they had the? Did you not see? Did you watch their game against Chelsea?
I did, but they were decent
Okay.
against Everton. They were decent against
Nah,
Everton
they
away.
scored 2 set pieces. That's what they did.
Nah,
They did
no,
nothing
they were
against
decent
Everton. They
against-
scored 2 set
Nah.
pieces. I watched the game. They didn't do nothing against Everton. They scored 2 set
Nah.
pieces. What
They
do you mean?
weren't
Nah,
bad.
they
They
scored
weren't
2
bad.
set
They weren't
pieces.
bad.
First one.
But that's the Premier League this season, though. Arsenal doing it, and it's okay.
Yeah, Arsenal are doing it, and we criticize them for that too. What we talking about? Like, what we doing out here?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that we definitely, again, we lose to West Ham. All I know is where is bankers coming from? Oh, we definitely do this. We're better than Fulham and due to them.
West Ham have been the second worst.
West
team
Ham
in the
have
league
been
this
awful, yes. But what I've
The
seen
second
today, I'm
worst
like,
team.
all right, maybe there is. Yes, they've been awful. I agree. They have been awful. Yes.
So you're going to have one game. You're going to have one game.
Wait.
So you're gonna have one
What have Forest been? What have Forest been?
Not been worse than West Ham.
No, what have Forest been this season? Ain't they bottom of the table?
Different
Yeah,
match, but
Forest
you talk about-
been worse.
but they got
Well,
better play.
Forest
They got a better team. They got a better squad than West Ham. haven't
No,
they?
they haven't got a
Forest.
good side, though, is the point that I'm making.
I think they have got a good side, West Ham. Forest, sorry. I think they have got a good side.
No, I think they got some good players, but the overall point that I'm making is that they've not been performing well either, and we just drew to them. Granted, it was a win. Go on.
Well, yeah. No, I agree. But that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
don't think away from home, you can confidently say we beat Spurs. I just don't think we do that.
No, I think anyone like that. The reason why I say that because they are that bad, and they've been that bad at home.
But are we that bad away from home?
Yes, but I trust us
We
from
can
an
lose as
individual
well.
standpoint.
We can
Of
lose.
course we
can't
can
we?
lose.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course we
I
can lose
think
the
we do.
game.
I think we
Again,
do
I'm not
lose.
disputing you. If you say we don't beat Spurs, I hear it. We can lose to anybody. I just think their shitness overrides ours.
That's what I think about.
Did
I
Spurs
hear
beat
it
us
on the
4
flip
times
That's
this
what I
season?
think
as well?
about
I
West
hear it with
Ham.
West Ham. I hear it. I hear it with West Ham. I get it. I hear it. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying there's no guarantee. If you don't think it's a guarantee that we beat Spurs, AA, I understand. I get it. I'm not arguing you down on that. Same way I just don't think it's a guarantee we beat
Let's see.
West Ham.
Let's see.
If you
I
ask me from him, he's back now. Don't worry. I'm going to go back to what I was going to go back to. Same way.
He tried to hide. He tried to hide them
because you got a title winning form.
I'm not hiding, bro.
No, You are hiding. Look at the smile. You can't fool me, man. You can't fool me.
I'm just saying, for me,
hey,
we
you
can't
what?
expect, I think for me, we should expect a win against Tottenham, for me personally. If a draw happens, then of course, we're not going to go 2-2, man. But I want to win that game. Everton must win. Crystal Palace, a draw is probably a fair outcome. Must win game against West Ham. Must win game against Wolves. And if we don't, I'm sorry, heads have to roll. Simple as that. That's
when you
it.
say heads have to roll, what do you mean by that?
Like, I'm going to crash out if we don't beat West Ham and Wolves.
On who? On who?
Everyone. Manager, players, everyone.
Well, you think we do one of those games? You guys on. Go on. Sorry, go on.
No, I'm saying if the outcome doesn't materialize, then of course they're really like. But I think what you're thinking, yeah, Flawless, is that how good is this manager? If you're saying this manager's so good, then he's going on a run that's so mad. But at the same time, this should be the norm.
It should be. Hence why I want the manager gone, because I think with a good manager, these are all, in your words, winnable matches.
Yes.
If we have a good manager, I am going into these games confident. Forest, I think with a better manager, we beat Forest. Okay. Even though he wasn't the main cause of the draw, he contributed to us drawing, because when our individual quality is not there or the players are not playing well, he's going to do nothing to help that. I keep saying this. He doesn't make up for the deficiencies when we're not playing well. So if we're not playing well at home to West Ham, he's going to do nothing to change that. If we're on it, we beat West Ham. If Mbremo, Cunha, Sesko, Ahmad, Bruno, Casemiro are all on it, we beat West Ham. But if they have an off day, like they had an off day against Nottingham Forest, we could easily drop points in that game. Relying on individuals, Ash keeps saying it, it's not sustainable. If you're relying solely on individual quality, that's what we are under him. I don't think you can go on a run. I don't think you can win 8 out of 10 with relying solely on individual quality. But we'll see. I hope you're right, man. I hope we're here. I hope. Just to clarify to everyone in the chat, if we win 4 of the next 5, I think that's 8 out of our last 10 we would have won, ending with Wolves.
Yeah. Let's see, man. Let's see. I think for me, it's one of them ones where I'm just saying it's not a belief from the manager. It's a belief that I believe United should be winning them games. It's just for me that should be a normal thing to have that belief. Yo, West Ham Wolves, that's 6 points right there. You know what I mean? Maybe a draw might happen at Crystal Palace, which is okay. You know what I mean? And then you go from there, because our record at Palace is awful, by the way.
The thing is, you say there, Saeed, he said, you should have this. That's the important word. You should have that belief. The problem is, it's Amorim's Manchester United. That should.
Of course. But I still will have it. I still will have it no matter what. I won't, because what I'm noticing now for the United fan base, and Amorim is a part to blame, is that the lowering of the standards because of what happened last season, we shouldn't feel like this season we should win the games. I don't want that. You should never ever feel like what happened last season. Oh, but you know what, guys? We could have lost this game last season. No, I'm not having. That's a kind of a Berlin mentality, that for me.
But do you know what I mean? But you know what it's for me though? It's a hint of realism, because, like I know Ash feels the exact same way. You know what you're expecting from this manager, so already the belief is sapped out of you, because you know you can already foresee what's going to happen on the pitch. You know how he's going to try and play. You know that he's not going to change things for the positive. So it's almost. In a sad way, and it's not lowering your standards, but it's an acceptance of the shit you're about to see on the football pitch. So you already go into the game disadvantage.
I hope and I believe we're going to win these games. I do believe we're going to win, but the expectation is we are going to lose and we are going to slip up. That's the expectation. Do you know what I mean? There's a belief and then there's the expectation. I have the belief, but off the back of what we've seen over the last 12 months, my expectation is we are going to slip up. There is going to be games where we think we should have won, teams we should have beat. That's just part of having this manager now. But my belief is there. Yeah, we should win. Yeah, we should win these games. We have a good enough team there where we should go and beat most of these teams. But again, expectation versus belief, it's a different thing.
Yeah, and that's why when I'm on here, I don't go with what I believe should be happening. I look at things and go, what is my prediction based off of what I've seen previously under this manager, under this pretty much this same group of players. That's where it stems from. So that's why I'm not going into games saying, hey, yeah, we will win this. No, I'm not. If anyone says we drop points in any one of those 5 games coming up, like Double A mentioned about Spurs, as bad as Spurs have been, I hear it, even though I think we will win the game. If someone says we won't definitely beat Spurs, we lose, I'll go, I understand why you would think that because of previous. Like last season matters. Even before this stretch of games matters. Forest matters. All of these things I'm taking it into consideration. Now, if we do well over this next set of 5 games, guess what? That could change. Because then that is real form. If you win 8 out of your last 10 and draw 2, that's positive. That's oh shit, yeah. And you mentioned it about me with the manager. I want to be wrong about him, but all the evidence points to the opposite way side. That's where my issue lies. Same way I didn't expect him to go on this run in the last 4. But he did, and I'm over the moon about it. If someone would have said, yeah, you'll get 10 from this 12. The last 12. No chance. I would have told you on half our drugs. Go on, Ash.
Sorry, Flo. It's up to the manager to alter our expectations. Do you know what I mean? It's up to the manager to alter. We have our expectations now. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? He's got to change that. He's got to go out there, perform. Got to go make changes. Got to make tactical adjustments. Thing is, we don't expect him to. Do you know what I mean? That's the fact of the matter. You know. And all of a sudden going to change.
Do you know what? It's not even. It's more than just. We don't expect him to. I don't trust him to. That's the key thing. I don't trust this manager to do the right things. And when you don't trust someone, how can you ever back him? Because I don't believe in what you're selling me. Ever. Do you know what I mean? And that's the thing. I don't trust him at all. Yeah.
That's it.
He's giving you
that's where my issue
him.
lies going into these games, and you'll hear me say that about Everton or West Ham or whoever. It's not a player thing.
But then again, I don't trust a lot of these players. I still don't trust a lot of these players either, bro.
Some of them,
I agree.
Some of them I don't like. The likes of Dalot and stuff. No, do I trust them? Do I trust Mbeumo and Cunha? Yeah, I trust you more often than not to perform to a good level, week in, week out.
Yeah. Let's get these super chats before we wrap up. Big up to Butter Dog says he's not playing them because he's saving them for when he loses players to AFCON. Martin Hillman is my choice. Big up Saeed in the panel. Question for the panel: Rice or Caicedo? For me, Caicedo, but Rice is up there.
Caicedo is probably the second best midfielder in the world right now after Petra.
Yeah, he's quality. Listen, people, I don't know how many likes we are on right now, but please, guys, let's get to at least 500 likes, man. I don't know what we're on right now. 419, chat. 419. Come on, man. Let's get 80 more likes, man. You lot in the chat here. You know what I mean? If you're here, then you might as well like it. That's the least you can do. So, yeah, man. Please like the video, man, if you can. Ash, big up to you, bro, as always.
Nah, pleasure. Thanks very much for having us, as always, Saeed. And, pleasure speaking to the boys again, as always, and the chat. And, yeah, that's what it is. It's United, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's same old until something changes. Hopefully. I don't know. Like I said, I'm hoping the manager changes my expectations. That's what I'm hoping for, and we'll see in the future. Do you know what I mean? But for now, I feel like we're set on a course, and that's where we're at. We'll have to wait until the end of the season. It is what it is. Yeah. For me, Ash Meppers. I've got vlogs out of the games. I'll go to Old Trafford. Do some shorts as well on TikTok and YouTube and that. So go check them out. And yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Double A, man. Thank you for coming on.
You don't have to thank me, bro. It's a pleasure each and every time, as the boys always say. Nice of you to have me on here, and I've fully enjoy it on a Sunday. So big up to you every single time. Make sure you're supporting, for me, the best United creator on YouTube. Saeed's the best, bro. So obviously, my twin, his beard's a bit longer than mine now, so maybe and. A lot better than mine at the minute, bro. But yeah, Ash every time. And obviously, my hype man, right there he is, in Flawless. And the best chat on YouTube, as always. Obviously me, FCAA, in the mix of a rebrand. New stuff coming very, very soon. Very excited about testing out logos to the boys and got some nice feedback, so it's all good, isn't it? But yeah, end of the day, we're 4 unbeaten. The TC is probably coming in the second half of the season. I don't want to say title charge, but that's probably what we're all thinking, innit? Do you know what I mean? So
if them results come through,
4 wins, 4 wins out of the next 5.
Let's go, man.
You know what I mean? And hopefully we win next Saturday, and the do-rag comes back in it, because I know that's what you're all missing this week. I don't think I've been do-rag. Do-rag double A's not been here. I think you've all missed it. So.
Yeah,
but big up, follow these, man, and support them all, because they're all They're all wicked. So yeah, man. But glory, Man United. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Flawless. You got Arsenal show, right?
Yeah, United Arsenal show and then the United Liverpool show with Beijing Reds TV. So with the Barbados slot and that. So yeah. Everybody, yo, Saeed, big up for having me, man. I appreciate it every single time having me on a platform. Always enjoy the show. Shouts to Ash, always good chopping up. Same as you, AA as well, man. And big up to the chat. I know you lot were entertained, man. I was saying, like I said, genuinely, no matter the United result, I love doing the show. I always feel like all the time. So yeah, man. Blessings for having me again, Saeed. Appreciate it for real.
Yeah, come on, bro. Always, man. Big up to everyone who's locked in right now. Please smash a like on the video. That'll help the channel massively. We're on 430 likes. Let's get to 500 people. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow midday live and obviously Straight Jacket podcast as well, people. So yeah, man. Take care, guys. Head over to Saeed TV right now. I'll see you there. Peace.